What's good, neighborhood? It's your man Marq Nash. Excuse me. How y'all feel? What's the deal? What's popping? What's happening? What's going on? This gonna be a good one, man. This gonna be a good one. You see the title, you see the thumbnail. You know what we're here for. Man, I got a lot of stuff to unpack on this one. I'm gonna make sure I got these phone lines open so we can have a high quality show. I understand yesterday we did have some audio issues. I apologize for that. It is a live show, so bear with me and work with me as we try to overcome those kind of things as the show progresses. But yeah. So let's move right into it. Stephen A. Smith did an interview with Teddy Atlas, and they was talking about Errol Spence Jr. needs to retire after what happened to him on Saturday. I said what happened to him like like he got mugged in the street. But that's what it looked like to some observers, like a mugging in the street, like a man versus a boy at certain times. But we're gonna unpack it. Also, Virgil Hunter did a damn good interview, and he breaking down the fight. I want to try to get into both of those tonight if I have time. But let's get right into it. Let's run this intro. Let's start the show off. It's your man Marq Nash breaking beats. Let's get it, baby. Y'all bear with me. I'm gonna blast this link out, share it around, let people know we live, and yeah, let's have a good time. Let's talk about it.
This is my passion. This is what I love to do. But some days, sometimes, I'm just like you, man. I hate this job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. I'm just like you. Damn, I hate this job. Man, I hate this job. Man, I hate my job. From a good dream I wake, sun rays on my face, planning out my day, hoping this ain't the one that I catch a case. I feel so good, I feel so straight. My manager keep calling me saying, hurry up, you late. Hurry up, you lay off. Y'all, man, I hate this job. Man, I hate this job. Been trying to play it cool, but it's hard to play it off. I've been hanging on to this bush, cause my car still ain't paid off. I know I'm on my way up. My boy just got laid off, so y'all, man, I hate this job. Man, I hate this job. These hoes is so ratchet. These hoes is so sneaky. Y'all don't even really pay enough for y'all to only pay bi-weekly. I'm trying to double up my cash. Take this job, shove it up your ass. Yo, man, I hate this job. Sometimes I wanna say, walk in and slap my boss. This shit is getting hard. Damn, I hate this job. Gotta make it out of this struggle, bruh. And I don't really mean to take it out on you. You just a customer, but damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. We're the reason why your stockholders always stay afloat. Yet I'm asking, are they hiring? Like everywhere I go, schedule will say 9, but I think it's fine if I clock in at 9:04. I work 40 hours a week plus overtime just to be bro. So y'all, man, I hate this job. Hate that I applied. So much has transpired since the day that I was high. Told me I could advance, but you were telling me lies. Gotta give your notice before I quit, but you don't say shit right before I'm fired. Damn, man, I hate this job. Sometimes I wanna say, walk in and slap my boss. This shit is getting hard. Damn, I hate this job. Gotta make it out of this struggle, bruh. And I don't really mean to take it out on you. You just a customer, but damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. You and your procedures, you and your protocol, you and your policies, none of that shit don't apply to me. You and your quotas, you and your standards, you and your 2 sick days a year. Y'all niggas bananas. Wonder why the postman's posted with hammers, going postal with Popo on camera. His wage got him enraged, stressed out, it's hard to maintain. He flips the middle, grabs his. He said, if you don't get the picture, I quit, you ain't shoot. Mother, man, I hate this job. Sometimes I wanna say, walk in and slap my boss. This shit is getting hard. Damn, I hate this job. Gotta make it out of this struggle, bruh. And I don't really mean to take it out on you. You just a customer, but damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this this job. Damn, I hate this job. Yeah. Damn, I hate my job. Yeah. Damn, I hate this job. Look, man, I hate this job. I put my pants on one leg at a time, just like you. I'm out here trying to take care of my family. Damn, I hate this job. It's not always glamorous, for real. But I do what I gotta do for me and mine, you know? Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. I'm just like you, nigga. Damn, I hate this job. Man, I hate this job. Man, I hate my job.
The views and opinions expressed in this program are those of the speakers, commentators, experts, and or the hosts. They do not explicitly nor necessarily reflect nor represent the channel's policy or the views held by the channel or broadcaster. The broadcaster or its channel cannot be held accountable for all or any views expressed during the program. Basically, if I didn't say it, don't come for me. You come for the person who said it. And please don't sue me for somebody else's words. With that said, let's start the show, motherfucker.
This that squad sound.
Yeah. What up, though?
What do you mean by that?
What's popping with y'all? Welcome home. You back in the lab with your favorite neighbor, your man Marq Nash. He is I am he. Pop up. Told you I was gonna pop up on y'all late night on this one right here. It's not the regular show. Tomorrow I will be on time for the regular show. Well, whatever on time is now. Is it anywhere between 10 or 11? East Coast time. I'll be live tomorrow. So that I guess that's what, 7 o'clock, anywhere between 7 and 8 for y'all on the West Coast. But tonight is a late night because it's a pop-up episode. Gotta talk about it. Shout out to everybody who's here. Appreciate your time, your energy. Thanks for allowing me the opportunity to entertain you all this evening. Hopefully you will be entertained. Let's get right into it. Let me do this neighbors only roll call, because without the neighbors, the show wouldn't be the show at this level. We on our way to 17K. So let's do that. Let's do this neighbors only roll call. I'm going to get right into the Stephen A. Smith conversation he had with Teddy Atlas. And then if we have time, I'll get into the Virgil Hunter interview. I probably won't have time for that because it's a lot of nuggets in there. It's a lot of gems in there. A lot of gold bars in there. And I think the interview about 35, 40 minutes. So maybe I'll go through it and timestamp it. I'll see. But it is one key part I definitely want to play. And I got that already timestamped, and I'll break down the rest of it later. I might do it on members only. Who knows? But I definitely want to give that interview some time with one of my dramatic breakdowns. But in the meantime, in between time, let's talk about it. Let's go right into neighbors only roll call. We got to do it. It's a little quiet. Turn that music down. Let me put the music on a little bit. There we go. All right, let's get into it, man. Got a lot to unpack. Where do I start? Let's take it from the top with the neighbors. Right here.
What up?
Let's take it from the top. Shout out to the bots and Scholar, Holla, God Body, Skins Rants, Seen and unseen boxing. Deuce times. Stephen Bateman all the way in Australia. Mama, we made it. I know boxing. Tell Toya. Taint the sweet science examiner. He's an architect. Ricardo Johnson. Rahman. Juan Davila, a.k.a. Poxy Magic. AJ, he don't play. Johnny Goodman, what's up, man? Electro Jet. Ty. Oh, that's T. Wamos. Philip H., the all-time great. Abigail Hollis. Holla. On the mic with Terrence Bailey Sr. I am Cam Edwards. The XO Factory. Ace Retro, let's go. Big Hove, I thought I told you. Dub right side. Mr. Golden, a.k.a. the back-end king. Raheem Soto. Like that. That guy Clips 330 early. Girl behind the mic. John Norrie with his story. Major Key Boxing. Lady Shane Dundam season, my UK girl all the way in London town. Shout out to Cooking with the Champ, a.k.a. Champion Heart. On the floor with Shelton Moore. SLG. Shout out to SLG. I found out who that was finally. Sam F. Shout out to Pound for Pound Sports Entertainment. That's my guy F. Merritt. Kendall. D-Lo 404 Boxing. Kansas City Mac. Carmen Terrain. Nick Rich in this bitch. Aaron Parker, the Bit Talker. Taylor Bell with TapTech. UnlockSim.com. Unlock your next device today. Tris in the Sports Channel. My Filipino brother from another all the way in Canada. Fistiana Fights. She just might. Jacob Sims, that's him. Haplo, let's go. MFB. Patricia Shelton. Miss Queen Sun Kiss. And yes, she was kissed by the sun. Beyond the Ring with Nonito and Rachel Donaire. That's 9-time champion Nonito. That's my guy on his way to the Hall of Fame. Let's get it. True Media Today, USA Boxing. That's Coach Malachi Williams. What up, Coach? Pudo. I'm coming for the beard, nigga. I'm coming for the beard. Food Revolution, aka Foodie with the Beauty. KP from KC5. Matt Wade. Got a dope single out called Papa Daddy. Y'all check him out. Ill Status Boxing. What up, Ill? Beyond Above Media. Pittsburgh T. SF City Slicker. It's Mex. Ride Up the Storm. Here to There. Matty Well. Cliff Bailey. Con Shawnery. Lisa Bell, She Never Fails. HLD. Cooking with Sir Senior. Brandon Washington. D Bevel the Champ. And of course, the big fish himself, my good brother, Derek Lincoln. You love fish now. You goldfish now. I can't call you the big fish no more, Derek Lincoln. You better order that Crawford merch, man. Don't you supposed to order some Crawford merch? I need to see that. You supposed to Ashley, man, I don't even think you deserve to wear the Crawford merch. As you did all that damn hating, Derek Lincoln, all them years. And your boy went in there and stunk up the joint. Oh, it was ugly. It's brutal. Which leads to the headline topic of the night. Stephen A. Smith said, hey, man, this guy got to retire. He ain't got it no more. He ain't going to get it because he ain't got it. He said, whatever you do, you need to stay the hell away from Terence Bud Crawford. I disagree. I'll let y'all call in and voice your opinion. Let me know if y'all agree. But I disagree with Stephen A. Smith. I disagree wholeheartedly with Stephen A. Smith. I think Errol Spence still got a lot to offer to boxing. And I wouldn't mind seeing a rematch at 154 because right now it's still so many excuses. People are saying, oh, it was the weight cut. He was weight drained. All right, well, if he was weight drained, let him get his weight up then. He was weight drained. The irony, right? He's too little. He was too little for Crawford. He was too weak. The irony. All right, well, let him get his weight up since he was light in the ass. And let's see what happens at 154. Why not? I told people last night, only 2 places you're probably going to be able to sell that fight. That's probably Omaha and Texas. Most other people probably don't want to see it twice. D-Style, what's good, homie? We told him. Systematic. Yes, it was. PGH Big Dog, you were wrong. Big wrong. Food Revolution said, did you see Charlo, the GOAT, give a public apology for telling TBC to his face that Errol was going to win? I can't stand him. No, I missed that. Somebody said Spence needs to get checked out. That man ain't right. Maybe Terence Crawford is just that good, though. Why can't Terence Crawford just be that good? That's the problem I'm having with this. A lot of people are just saying they just can't say Terence Crawford is that good. Why is that so hard to say? Why it have to be Errol wasn't right? Errol wasn't weight drained. I love what Virgil Hunter said, man. I might do that, Virgil. I'll play that clip from Stephen A. and Teddy Atlas, but that clip from Virgil Hunter, man, that interview was gold. He breaking it down. I was like, yeah, but I wish you would have said this before the fight. You was playing the fence a little bit too much, talking about, well, if I go to both fighters' camps and see how they work out and how they recover, you know, then I will be able to give a better assessment. I was like, nah, bro. At this point, if you don't have a pick for this fight, you just want to play the fence, or you don't want to offend somebody. Oh, Charlemagne. Oh, you said Charlotte. Oh, Charlotte, not Charlo. Oh, yeah, man. I don't want to hear about that shit. He was calling people casuals, but he was wrong the whole time. He was like, Errol was a undisputed 3-division champion. I was like, no, that was Crawford. You reading your notes wrong, or whoever did the research for you, they even wrote the notes wrong. That's the other guy that you picked against. It's like, man, I thought he was supposed to be good. He was an undisputed 3-division. I was like, no, he wasn't. Terence was undisputed and the 3-division champion. So he was like, so for all you casuals, I was like, oh no, and he called somebody a casual, and he's up here calling Errol undisputed. You can't make this shit up. Somebody said, I took a nail, lost money, all that, but as a beast, and did his thing. PGH big dog. I can respect that. At least you're not one of those dudes out here talking about, oh, glove gate 2.0, he cheated. Like, nigga, since when have y'all known Terence Crawford to be a cheater? Let's just start there. Check his history. We never heard anything about this guy cheating. Shit, as far as we know, he don't even cheat on his taxes, man. This dude don't drink, don't smoke, don't party. Remember what Wallo said? He said Terence Crawford looked like he go fight, and after the fight, he go home and change his own oil on the car and shit. Go work on his car and change the oil. Yeah, man. I never heard of Terence Crawford being a cheater. Excuses though, we got to talk about it. Against the ropes with Dose. What's popping, my man? Shout out to Omega Boxing Gym, Omega Boxing Promotions, and shout out to the entire Philippines. Absolutely. 3-division lineal, 2-time undisputed. Man, D Styles, the kid is in the history books, man. The kid has put himself in the history books. He has separated himself. We're hearing conversations now with guys like Carl Frampton. I put that on my community post. Carl Frampton said, he said this version of Crawford that we saw on Saturday would be any version of Mayweather that we've seen. I was like, yo, my man, I got to put a case on you for real. He believed that. Yeah, phone line open. You call in. Call in, dude. You got it. I'm going to pull this clip up while I do that. Hell yeah, phone line is open. As soon as I go live, I open up that phone line, bro. Let me see. Let me find this clip. Let's see. I love what Virgil Hunter said right here. Oh, yeah. Let me plug this in. Y'all got to hear this. Virgil Hunter said, now they're going to try to find some excuses. I hate it. Another topic I had on the docket, I want to know, what is Terence Crawford's next mega fight? Is it Boops? Who is it? We'll talk about it. 915, you on the line. Tell them your name, where you from. Hold on. It's not coming through.
Yo, man, that was people expected a classic fight. They got a classic performance is what they got. And that was a systematic breakdown. Spence couldn't decipher what Crawford was doing. Crawford figured him out. It took him one round to figure Spence out. Spence, good fundamental Spence, but he doesn't do anything spectacular. And I always felt that was going to be the difference in the fight. Going in, I knew the guy that makes adjustments is Crawford. Spence has never made adjustments in a fight. He turns it up, but that's just not enough against a guy like Crawford. And Crawford found a way to use Spence's aggression against him So when Spencer tried to turn it up and try to throw more and put more pressure, well, that just made it easy on Crawford because he was just countering you the whole night. And when you're coming in like that and you're getting countered, that collision, you know, that Muhammad Ali explained, like when he knocked out Sonny Liston, like a head-on collision. You know, that anchor punch, right? That Crawford was landing, where he extends the elbow out and he throws that right, like a right hand, like a straight right, even though it's in the southpaw position. That was the beginning of the end for Spence. He started landing that. When Spence tried to cover that, he'll land the hook. When Spence tried to cover that, he did the power jab. It was an all-around boxing masterpiece is what it was. It was like Picasso, like just in real time doing his thing. And it looked like Spence was in another car crash. As brutal as that may sound, that's just what it looked like. And Crawford looked like he went for a night, like he just went for a jog for 4 miles, and that's it. Crawford's probably had tougher sparring sessions than that.
Wow. But that's what it's about, though. Training hard so the fight looks easy, though. Correct?
100%. But I'll tell you what, though, it's. I was hearing things, you know, and you can't always believe what you hear, but the sources were really good, and I was hearing that Crawford was just different. He was beating up his sparring partners, was beating up middleweights. They were switching sparring partners when, like, every 3-4 rounds, they'll put another guy in. He was still beating them up. I mean, his conditioning was extraordinary. So I went from being very confident to extremely confident when I heard that. And I gotta say, man, I'm not shocked by what happened at all. I expected a late round stoppage. Maybe a little surprised. I expected Spence to put up a little more resistance, but not quite. You know, it wasn't there, man. And here's the thing with Crawford: if he hurts you, you're done. Like he's not gonna he's a stone cold killer in there. Like I believe in another life, like this guy was an assassin or something. Because he just has something about him, man. Like
what about this?
Crazy.
What about this? People say that he was carrying Spence some of those rounds. What's your assessment of that, D Styles? Can you hear me?
I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, I was thinking about it. Like I'm trying to think back at the fight.
Because you know he hurt him really bad and looked like he had him out like on his feet at the 7th. I think the 7th is when he dropped him again, right? He dropped him.
You know what I noticed?
And the 8th.
What I noticed in this.
Really. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, I just think like Crawford's a methodical fighter. Like someone's gonna have to ask him if he carried him, but it's possible. But I don't know if he carried him or like, look, he's not in a hurry. Like it's just like he's not gonna make this. This is a fight of his professional career here. I'm not gonna say a fight of his life because he got mad when somebody said that. But it's the biggest fight of his career, and there's just no reason to do anything stupid. So he took his time. I just think he's a methodical guy, but he's also like a finisher, and he wasn't in a rush. You know what I mean? Like I said something in my podcast. I said, like that ring is Crawford's playground. That's what it's like riding a bike to him. Like it's nothing. And while Spence is fighting for his life in that ring, he was just having fun in there. And did you see how he looked at Jermell when he knocked down Spence? Have you seen that clip?
When he was talking to Jamil afterwards?
Yeah.
Oh, like Durant?
No, during the fight.
Oh, like yeah.
Yeah, he knocked down, like he knew where Jermell was, and he knocked down Spence. Spence is getting up, right? He didn't count it. Usually, fighters are waiting for the ref to finish the count so they could pounce right away, right? The fighter reached the point where the ending was inevitable, and Crawford wasn't paying that much attention to Spence getting back up. And he started looking over at Jermell and saying, "You're next, motherfucker." Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I got the clip right here.
And
hold on, I got it right here. I'm gonna show it on the screen for the audience.
Yeah.
I found
it. he grabbed his balls.
Like Roberto Duran. I got it. Then I got this clip right here, and they cut from Crawford doing it to when Roberto Duran did it after the Sugar Ray fight. Pointing at somebody, grabbing his nuts.
Well, it's more gangster with this guy because he did it during the fight.
Yeah, like I ain't even worried about the fight. I'm telling you, you next right now.
Yeah, it's like this. You're next. I'm gonna beat you up next. Oh, hold on. I'm gonna go beat up your friend right now. I'll be right back. Because after he finished them, he went back and looked at Jermell again.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like he got on the ropes and he posed. He did like a flex in front of Jermell. Like,
oh yeah.
I don't know what it is. I guess Jermell really.
I did see that.
Yeah.
I was at the fight. I did see that, but I couldn't. Where I was sitting there, I couldn't tell who he was looking at and who he was pointing to. We can assume though.
Okay, I got you.
And then I saw the red, and I saw Jermell backstage, and I was like, "Oh yeah, that's Jermell with that red on. He's talking to Jermell." But
so I'm not gonna say. Look, I'm not gonna say he carried him, but I do think he's just started cruising. I just think he was just like, "This shit's done. Like I'm gonna finish it when I want to finish it," and that's just what it was.
I'm gonna tell you early in the fight. I'm gonna tell you what happened early in the fight. I don't know if y'all can hear it on TV, or if y'all knew what was happening. It was a time early in the fight when they got to a clinch and Bud pushed him off and he went back like 3 feet.
Yeah.
And the whole crowd said, "Ooh!" Like we was all crazy at that point. Like this is a sign of things to come. I can't remember if it was before the second knockdown. If it was before the second round when he pushed him and then he dropped him at the end, or if it was after that in the third when people were just like, "Yo, he's manhandling this dude." It was like the crowd was like, "Ooh."
That didn't.
Oh, it might.
I'll be honest.
Right here. Yeah, it's this round right here. Might be in the second round because he knocked him down after that. People just oohing and ahhing like, "Yo, he's stronger than him." We could see it ringside, bro.
You know, Mark, it didn't surprise me that he was able to do that, and it shouldn't surprise people because this guy, like for example. You could argue that Cal Brook didn't have it no more, whatever people want to say. But, he's still a strong guy, Cal Brook, right? Cal Brook couldn't do that to Crawford. He shoved him off, too. That's a strong guy. Jeff Horn, you could say whatever you want about Jeff Horn, but Jeff Horn was a big welterweight. He manhandled Pacquiao when he fought, right?
Yeah.
And Crawford handled him like nothing. He ragdolled Horn, right? So it shouldn't be surprising to people that Crawford was able to do that. Like I've never understood why people assume that Crawford wouldn't at least match Spence with strength, but obviously people were a little surprised how easily he was able to just shove him off.
So do you believe it was the weight? Or is that an excuse? Or you think it'll look the same or maybe worse at 154? Because Crawford said, "Hey, look, I'm having trouble." He said, "I've been having trouble making 147 too. Shit, let's go to 154."
Well, it's not just that though. All this was done on Spence's schedule, right? So, for example, or not even example, it's actually what happened. If Crawford was already a 2-division lineal champion. That means you're the man of the division. At lightweight and at 140, he was undisputed at 140. Most importantly, Crawford did it when it was in a trend. Like right now, being undisputed has become a trend.
Yeah.
It wasn't a trend back then when Crawford did it.
He was the first undisputed in 12 years when he did it.
Yeah, there was nothing trendy about it. But he accomplished that, right?
Right.
He goes to 147. He's like, "What's up? I want that spot. I want Errol Spence." Errol tells him, "Go get a belt." So he goes in and gets a belt from Jeff Horn. And then Errol tells him, "Well, I'm going to clean up my side of the street." Well, this was fighting every 16 months. And I understand the car crash happened, but after you recover from the car crash, you fight Danny Garcia, you don't come back for another 16 months. You fight Ugas, you're not around for another 16 months. So if the weight, which I don't really believe was that big of a deal, but if they want to believe that the weight was a big deal, then Crawford's a prophet. Because if you remember when they had their face-off about 3-4 years ago, Crawford was saying, "Let's fight now. You're going to make me wait, and then when I beat you, they're going to be saying, oh, because he couldn't make weight no more."
Yep. He said they're going to say he was too weak. He stayed at 147 too long. He was a prophet, bro. He predicted it.
I guess he's a prophet, right?
I told that the Red Spikes after the fight, when they was doing the post fight, when they was walking out, I literally said that same thing. I said, so it's Terence or Prophet because he predicted this. He said, man, it don't matter what was gonna happen. They were gonna have excuses regardless. Fans are making excuses.
Yeah, but I don't think weight. Like, I could believe it was weight. Let's say they were fighting and Spence was doing really good for the first like couple of rounds, and then he just uncharacterless. Just not. It's not in the character. Spence just get tired all of a sudden. And then he starts looking flat, and then that made the difference in the fight, and Crawford took over. But that Spence was moving just fine to me in the first round. Spence looked solid up until he got knocked down in the second round. Everything changed when Crawford started landing at will and hurt him. So I don't think weight had anything to do with it, quite frankly. This was just a mismatch in terms of skills, is what this was.
Do you think?
And
go ahead.
Well, I was going to say, I don't even want to see a rematch. I think the rematch is a waste of time. And quite frankly, Spence and the PBC side, they delayed Crawford's greatness. Crawford wanted to accomplish this years ago, right? But they made him wait 5 years. Like, he couldn't get none of those PBC guys to fight him. But then they would mock him and say, well, who's he fought? Well, you guys won't fight him. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I just feel like Crawford could have done what Canelo did at 168. Like, he wanted to go up there. He wanted to fight Spence. He would have been undisputed in 2-3 years, easy. And he would have already been at 154. He would have probably been the one fighting Jermell at 154 by now.
Wow.
But everything was delayed. I mean, it is what it is. They made the guy... They held up his career for a while, bro. I don't know if you remember, there was a point in time where Crawford gave up on the Spence fight. It was calling out Jermell at 154. About last year.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, I remember, bro.
So, to me, as a fight fan, I'm kind of annoyed that they're even making this excuse about the damn weight, because all this was done on Spence's time. Spence wanted to wait. Spence told him, I'm going to clear my side of the street, and then I'll fight you.
Right. Who
asked He wanted to fight you 5 years ago, bro.
Yeah, right. When was that a cool thing? Like, who said wait for that? We was all wanting to fight then.
And we know why he did it. Because guess what? When Mikey Garcia said, hey, Spence, let's fight, he didn't tell him wait. Garcia had no belt, right? And the excuse they used was, well, Mikey Garcia is a pound-for-pound fighter. Well, Crawford was the number one pound-for-pound.
Come on now.
Like you fought. We know why you fought Garcia, Mikey, and we know why you didn't fight Crawford.
Yeah.
It's more that I don't want to hear all because Crawford was the top rank. Top rank and PBC have worked together.
What part of strap season was Mikey and Danny? And
they had no straps, so you're right. Yeah.
And look, even when he was about to fight Pacquiao, that was a money grab too. Like, Pacquiao had already been stripped. Ugas had been elevated.
100%. You know, and the only reason he fought Ugas is because Ugas beat Pacquiao.
Yeah.
In the fight he was pulled out in. You know what I mean? So, I mean, what I don't appreciate is how they try to freeze out. I've never seen this before. They try to freeze out Crawford. Do you remember when Fox PBC would feature the WBC, the IBF, and the WBA champions, but they wouldn't feature the WBO champions?
Right.
So they would show graphics like when Spence or one of the welterweights are fighting.
Yeah,
they would show, oh, these are the other champions. Yeah, and then I'm a boxing fan.
Yeah, erasing them out of history like he didn't exist, bro.
Which is ridiculous in hindsight, right? But just the fact that they attempted it.
Yeah.
There's something sinister about that. Like you're trying to wipe a dude that was undisputed champion off the face of the earth. Good luck doing that because you ain't gonna succeed.
Yeah, man.
You know that was never gonna work, right? But just the fact that they tried it, and the fact that there was channels on here saying, yeah, totally. Who cares about the WBO just because Bud had the WBO belt? You know, and I thought that was ridiculous, to be honest with you. But, well, what are you going to do, right? But hey, man, thanks for taking my call. I just wanted to go ahead and give my thoughts and keep up the good work, brother.
I appreciate you, man. Tell people how they can follow you, bro.
Hey, it's D-Style Boxing on, I guess they call it X now, not Twitter, but formerly known as Twitter. And on YouTube, D-Style Boxing, you guys could subscribe there if you like the content.
My man, appreciate you, bro.
Peace.
So what is Crawford's mega fight? What's the next big fight for Crawford? I was trying to get that out from D-Style, but I didn't want to hold him up too much longer. Didn't want to hold him up too much longer, but that's what we asking the callers. That was a damn good call, though. I really appreciate that. Phone lines are open. It's at the top of the screen in bright yellow letters. 404-692-1766. 404-692-1766. Call and voice your opinion. I'll put you right in the mix. Let me play this clip right here. Let's play this clip. Virgil Hunter said this.
No. But as far as the whole...
Here we go. Let me rewind.
He wrote, he's at 154 now. He had been talking about moving up to 154. Do you think the weight cut had anything to do with the performance, or was it, stop with all this stuff? It's just Crawford is a special fighter. He's always been special. Better man won.
We're in no business where we can make excuses. We're in no business where we can always troubleshoot in our own mind, and Errol has the right to do that because he's the only one that really knows.
Right.
But as far as the whole show, as far as the whole presentation, the lead up to the fight and everything, we can't bring no excuses in at all. It is what it is, and we have to assume that that's what it was going to be. So it's one thing that we're guilty of in boxing. We always troubleshoot why this happened. And usually that's the people who picked one guy or the other guy to win. And so when their guy loses, now they're going to start finding reasons why he lost. Errol didn't give an excuse, although he'd been saying he's going to move up to 54. I don't take that as an excuse why he lost the fight. He has a right to move up to 54. He has a right to say that, but he didn't take any credit away from Crawford. Crawford said he can move to 54, so it shouldn't be anything that would impede a second fight if it's going to be one. But you have to give all the credit to Terence Crawford and his team, because I saw skill win that fight. I didn't see the lack of what Errol. It might have been, if it had been somebody else in there, it might have been the same Errol. He started out the same Errol in the first round.
Yeah.
He started out the same Errol. So if it had been anybody else in there, it'd have been the same Errol. But now we got a guy who can move back just out of range and move back in range just in the.
See what I'm saying? That's what Virgil said. He said, yeah, he started off the same Errol. He started off the same Errol. He looked the same into that first round. But after that, you fighting a different guy.
Blinking of an eye.
Yeah.
Now we got a guy that when you step two, he can step over and counter you at different angles. So we can't say that it was the weight cut. And it's not acceptable in the sport if the sport's going to be respected.
It's not respectful. It's not respectable. It's not a respectable excuse. I was weight drained. You made the weight, bro. You signed a contract for that weight. You made the weight. Even start talking, man, this is a good interview, man. Virgil Hunter did, and he was talking about the changing from Texas heat to Vegas heat and running up that mountain when you're not used to doing the mountains in Vegas, like you doing that a couple weeks before the fight. Yeah, it was crazy.
At all. He'll get another opportunity to troubleshoot the situation, and if he comes out on top, then he has a point to prove. There's a conversation to be had about the first fight if he comes out on top. But then you'll have Crawford fans saying that Crawford's not a real 154, just like they saying he wasn't a real 147. So I think they should just leave him. If they box at 54, whoever wins, give them the credit, respect the loser, and leave it at that and not find reasons why they lost or why they won.
Yeah, don't have to find no reasons, man, for it.
Yeah, I was...
Ain't got to find no reasons for it. Let me go to this Stephen A. Smith thing. Now, this is Stephen A. Smith talking about Spence should retire.
Poirier would win. He beat him years ago. I know that Gaethje is sensational. He got blocking the USC.
Down. Crawford moves to 40-0 with 31 knockouts in his career. This mega fight determined the first ever undisputed welterweight champion of the four-belt era. Crawford connected on 50% of his punches thrown and knocked Spence down 3 times. But
okay, they said, oh, I didn't know this punch stat. Spence threw 480 punches. He landed 96. Crawford threw 369 punches, so over 100 punches less, but he landed 185. So he 185 out of 369 compared to 480 thrown to 96 landed. Damn, bro. Threw less, but almost landed double the amount. Give or take a punch or two. That kid Crawford was different, bro. AJ, yeah, 480 thrown. He landed 96, AJ. Crawford threw 369, landed 185. Saw 3 of them. Like Crawford said, man, I saw 3 of them in there. 817, tell him your name, where you from.
My brother, salute to you, man. Champion Hard, aka Cooking with the Champ.
Talk to me, man.
What's going on, brother? Man, hey, I appreciate it. You didn't know what you did this morning, but I appreciated you helping me out this morning, man, because I was struggling, and I needed conversation to get to my next location, man. So salute to you, brother.
Yes, sir.
Man, what are you asking tonight? My bad.
No, you good. Stephen A. Smith said he needs to retire. Or at least take a whole year off. He was like, but whatever you do, stay hell away from Terence Crawford. He said, if you care about his safety and his health, you need to stay away from Terence Crawford. Especially fighting him so quick. Like they fighting him in December.
Right.
So that means what, you got 2 months to heal, and then you jump what's this, August? So you got all August, all September, all October, and then half of October, because you need to be doing an 8-week camp, right? For Terence Crawford, right? At week 54, and you putting on weight. So basically you got 2 months you got August and September to recover. Then October, November, you need to be training to get ready for the for the fight in December.
Yeah, man. Yeah, boy, I don't know, man. I think there was, and they're talking about doing, if they do the rematch, they're talking about it 154, right?
Terence said he would be open to it at 154 or 147.
154.
You know what I'm saying?
But
he said I wouldn't mind 154 because shit, I'm tired of making 147 myself. He said I was trying to go up.
Right. Now that's there was a years ago doing a Leonard and Hearns there, and they fought at a different, they rematched at a different weight class and it's a different outcome.
Yeah.
But the thing is that that fight was so one-sided. I don't think that usually when we have elite fighters, man, it's usually close fights. You know what I'm saying? Because these guys are, somewhat canceling each other out because they're such, great fighters. But that fight was so one-sided, man. Terence is so special, and and I rooted for Spence. But Terence is so special. The fact that he was able to capitalize off of Spence's mistakes that no other fighter was able to do is what really impressed me. What I hate hearing now is that all of a sudden they're coming up with, he has neurological damage. No, stop doing that. You know what I'm saying? Because they said nothing about this neurological damage when he beat Mikey Garcia. They said nothing about the neurological damage when he beat
Danny Garcia.
I'm sorry, Danny.
Yeah,
Danny Garcia.
Right.
They said nothing about the neurological damage.
He was the eye collector last week.
Right.
He was the bone collector. He was the eye snatcher.
Yeah. Yeah, they said nothing about the damage when he beat Ugas. You know what I'm saying? So now because he loses, now they want to, do this. Don't take away from Crawford's win. As far as retiring, I wouldn't be mad if he did retire. You know, he's done enough for the sport. You know, he's made his mark, so I wouldn't be mad. You know, sometimes, man, fighters are never the same. You know, after, you know, especially something like that. You know, fighters are just never the same. You know, I remember when Ronda Rousey took those 2 brutal beatings that she took. She was done after that. You know, it's a fight game, man. It is what it is. Some cats, you know, I don't know if they're gonna do the rematch. You know, I would probably, I don't know. I don't want to say he has his number, but you know that may be the case. You know what I'm saying? It was like when Wilder fought Fury. You know, it was after Fury beat him. You know, the 3rd time I was like, you know, Fury's got his number. It's just, you know, Wilder will beat everybody else but Fury. You know, so that may be the case here.
Man, he put a beating on this guy,
You know?
bro.
So
what's the next match? So let's say they don't do the rematch, right? Because because that, like, who would Spence fight? That is his biggest payday out there now, right? A rematch with Crawford, correct?
Who's biggest payday?
That'll be Spence. That'll be the next biggest payday for him, right? They're not gonna pay him, like, he'll make more money in a rematch with Crawford for the titles than if he just say, you know, I'm gonna fight Keith Thurman next, or I'll fight Boots next. You know, the biggest payday for him right now would be the rematch with Crawford,
right? Right. Yeah, that would be. Do we want to see that?
Oh, the rematch?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I want to see the rematch. I want to see the rematch.
You want to see the rematch?
Oh, I can't wait.
Yeah. I don't. Yeah. That maybe
because it's the mentalist. He didn't have the better jab, and he was getting countered. He would throw a shot, and Crawford would catch, and bang bang, hit him again.
Yeah, he was.
Even when Spence would bend down to throw the jab to the body, every time he threw that jab to the body, Crawford was coming over the top with the shit. Every time.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was countering all night. I was like, yeah, dang. Yeah, he was countering all night, man. But again, like I was saying, you know, that the fact that he was able to, you know, the thing is that, you know, I hear people say, "Oh, Spence got exposed," and I'm like, no, you know, that's not what that means, because Spence's style worked for him for so long because nobody was able to capitalize off his mistakes, which again makes Crawford even more special because he was able to do, because the thing is that, you know, if he was exposed, then we would have seen it before now. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Yeah.
Sounds like excuses.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Sorry.
Right.
Sorry. Sound like excuses.
Right. You know? Yeah.
And it's disappointing too. Like, what you think about people trying to say Crawford cheated?
Man.
Then after that, we'll go to Like That in Kansas City, Matt. Go ahead, show.
I just don't see what he can do in 6-8 months or a year to change enough to beat this guy. I just don't see it. I mean, but if y'all think he can, I mean, hey, go for it.
You shut me down on YouTube. Your stream was temporarily blocked. All right, so I can't play that no more. All right.
I'll be right back. Quick.
All right, so let me take that off the screen. Let me take that off.
He got you, huh?
Yo.
Let me take that shit off the screen. Yeah, but I do see people in the chat, so yeah, let me take that off the screen. It was rocking for a minute though.
They said it's too early.
All right. I probably had that clip on. Somebody said, but I see y'all still in the chat though. Y'all, I guess it was temporary. They didn't take it down permanently.
I don't see what he could do. They shut you down?
I see I'm still in the chat. Let me contact them real quick. Let me see.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear y'all. Maybe everybody on the backup channel, but it's still showing this up for me. It don't say 0.
It still say live.
Okay.
Yeah, it was temporary. Y'all probably got to refresh your screen, I guess. Stream suspended for policy violations. That's what I see right here.
Brother, they might have said that was too graphic. That ass.
Oh. No, let me play. Okay, there we go. It's back. It's back. It's back now.
I told you that that the highlight reels was gonna have to be age restricted. I mean, it's just that ass whooping was just that bad.
Yeah. Yeah, my bad though.
Yeah.
I'll play my other
Does anybody?
Yeah, I gotta.
Does anybody on the panel see that anything that Errol can do to change to make him better, make him more competitive?
No.
He gotta move his head and block.
I personally, I think Terence will always beat him, but I think he need to go to the Crunk gym up there in Detroit and work on, really getting that snap in his jab, work on his fundamentals, take a couple ballet classes, and really just get himself back together, man.
He can't really do nothing it's too late in his career to really make any extreme changes. It's like, that's why I say he's done, because like he can't really compete. After you lose like that, how can you compete at a high level? What are you boxing for? Just for money then? So stay at 147 or go where you comfortable at. Don't stay away from Bud. Stay away from Bud. That was like, that's what I was like, I said, you just retire.
At this point in his career, he is what he is. Yeah. He is what he is.
Yeah, but we seen Fury go to the Crunk gym in the middle of those 3 fights and change up his whole style, and people were like, "What Marq is saying," but criticize him, saying he ain't gonna be able to do that.
No, I'm glad.
We've seen it before.
Well, one, because Fury was a lot younger. Fury was like 29, 30 when all this shit started, and Fury been boxing since he was 6 years old. Errol started at 15. Fury knew how to box. He's been boxing his whole life. So
he's a different type of animal, and that's heavyweight. He already was with that Crunk stuff. Even though he was a boxer, he was already with that horse playing stuff. All he had to do was adapt that, just putting that body on Wilder. That's all he adapted. And a little
That's all he adapted. But that wasn't his style, though. But
he had better.
He got rid of his whole. Go ahead.
He had way better fundamentals than Errol. You gotta understand, this heavyweight. He was a lineal champion.
But I thought Errol was Mr. Fundamental, though.
I never said he was fundamental. I was saying it was a difference. That's a 6'9" man.
And you're omitting one important fact. You're omitting one.
Earl ain't leaning no weight on nobody and putting him in no headlock. He's not doing that.
I don't know about the
headlock. And you're omitting one important fact.
That man Tyson Fury is putting Wilder in the headlock. And Wilder dropped this man in every fight.
Let him finish, Sean. I hear you. Let him finish.
Wilder drops everybody in every fight. You're gonna get dropped.
That's that guy.
He didn't knock him out, but he dropped him. Even when he was losing bad, he still got up.
But I just it's like that's exciting fights to fans, I guess. Fans still like to see because he's exciting. Yeah, you're missing the point. Errol don't. The point is this: Wilder drops guys, so that's exciting. Errol ain't been dropping guys like that. He just
not only is exciting, it's still that's insane. You still getting beat, and you still find something within you, and still drop that giant. It's uncomparable to Crawford. That's not fair to Errol to me.
Yeah,
that man
and right, I get what you're saying too. Wilder at least had a chance to end it with one punch because he's able to drop a guy with one shot. That's not defense. This ain't no one punch. Drop you out type shit.
Yes, sir.
But here's the one part y'all forgetting though. This is the one part y'all forgetting about Fury. Fury didn't get thrown from a car that was going over 100 miles an hour.
See, all that too. There you go. Once again, that man's body's been through some damage. He got ejected.
But Fury was a drug addict too at some point. We know that. So we're talking about body abuse to your body. Like we can't negate that.
Alcohol is worse than cocaine, man.
as being thrown from a car that's going over 100 miles an hour onto the concrete.
He got ejected.
If you're abusing your body with drugs in any way, that's still abuse to your body over whatever period of time. Like,
But that's
they
not as
can't minimize
bad
that.
as the Errol.
Once
So
again,
you
you
go in there and
comparing
tell me the Errol
Tyson
is
Fury
the
to
same
Earl.
guy after the accident. You think Errol is the same guy after the accident that he was before? That's what you think?
No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is like you can't minimize that this guy was abusing his body with drugs. That's what I'm saying. Like if we're saying that Errol was abusing his body with the alcohol and with the accident, this guy we know, we've seen guys that abuse their body and they're able to change their styles and able to change things. We've seen this happen. Is what I'm saying.
Well, apparently Earl didn't change, and Tyson Fury did. When Wilder gave him that chance, apparently he changed something.
But Wilder, I mean, Tyson Fury was already the superior boxer, though. That it wasn't like Wilder was coming in there with power and the superior boxing skills.
Yep, that's true too.
Not that first fight though. Not the first fight.
I think Earl should get in contact with Crawford, man, and see when Crawford plan to retire and see if he can work out something where that'll be the last fight. So if Crawford plan to retire in 2 years, they give EJ time to recover, maybe get him a tune-up fight, and they both fight each other and they ride off in the sunset, man.
I ain't gonna lie, man. I feel like we babying this man, dog.
I mean, after that ass whooping, what can you? I mean, it ain't really nothing you can really say to give him that same look no more, man. This, like I said in the comment, this equivalent to the toughest guy getting his ass beat by the littlest dude on the block, and then everybody feel like they can try him. Like,
I don't feel bad for him because he said he's gonna whoop him like Kunta. That stuff didn't sit right with me.
That hurt my soul.
That did, man. Like you gonna tell another black man that, dog.
In the top rank Toby shit.
I don't like that
Here's
stuff.
the coldest part, though, fellas. Here's the coldest part, fellas. What do you think that ass whooping did to his mentality?
Good question. Show and click the link, and I'm gonna clear the line.
That's another thing. It'll break down your confidence. He gonna be still sharp.
Let him right. He's earned the time off. He's earned
else
a lot of money. Thank God. He takes care of his family. He lives life the right way. Let him have what he deserves. Let him have a rest and a life.
Teddy, I got to tell you something. I'm of the mindset. I completely agree with you, and I'm of the mindset he cannot get back in the ring in December. And more importantly, I don't think he should ever think about getting back in the ring with Terence Crawford. It's just it would be.
Well, I tell you right now, Stephen,
exactly.
Who's out there, right?
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Okay. Why do we have a commission out there? Seriously.
To protect the fighters.
They're out there to protect fighters, right?
Theoretically,
they're out there, and some of them get paid by taxpayer money. Some of them. So theoretically, they are out there to protect the. That's what it's supposed to be. Protect the fighters. That's the most important thing. What kind of commission worth their salt that could call themselves a commission, that should even exist as a commission, would allow him after that punishment to fight again in December or anything close to that? What commission?
Teddy?
That's what Sheldon Moore was talking about earlier. He was like, the commission shouldn't even let this guy fight. What do you guys think of that clip I just played of Stephen A. Smith, Teddy Atlas? Hey, look, this guy should at least be out the ring for a year. What do you guys think of that?
Facts.
I agree.
Well, he's gonna be evaluated by a doctor no matter when he come back. Like he's got to go get cleared no matter what. I'm pretty like it's not. Is that part of it, OG? That they do like neurological? Like what do they do for that? Like I don't know.
Yeah, he gotta get a complete physical, and he gotta get a neurological exam coming off of a knockout loss.
Right, but Pittsburgh T. So my question for you, all things considered, we seen them approve guys that we know shouldn't been fighting. So that don't mean shit. Money talks. Commission get paid, bro. So, but my question to you is, in your opinion, what do you think? Should he take a year off, or do you want to see him that rematch with Terence Crawford, or see him fighting anybody in December? Is that too soon?
Well, he's probably, first of all, he's not going to take a year off. We know that man ain't taking a year off. Like that's probably not going to happen. Like now, as far as Crawford, I don't even know if Crawford's going to be available to fight him. I'll be surprised if they even rematch. he probably end up with a lesser opponent in their fight. And then at that point, we'll see what we're working with. I mean, at that point, and ain't nobody but Crawford. So it's going to be a lesser opponent because it's only one of those guys walking around.
Well, no. Well, Errol can activate the rematch clause. You don't think he's going to activate his mandatory rematch?
I think he'll try to activate it, but I don't think Bud will be there. Is what I'm saying.
Why would Bud
I think he'll be there negotiating something else.
Well, Bud is under contract, so it's contractually agreed to already. He's already under contract.
I get it. But like what man Marq just said, money talk, bro.
But what I think
is there money in that fight?
Yeah, but it's the contract. He's gonna honor his contract.
Okay. Well, if he fight him, I'll pay for it. If he fight him, I'll pay for it. I'll watch it. I'll be there to watch it. If he feel like he need to climb in that ring, I mean, that's him. He went through whatever protocols he went through. He's a man. He made his decision. He got to deal with that. That's what Sheldon was saying. If he want to climb up in there and he feel like he can figure something out, then I'll be there to see it. Now, do I agree with it? That's his choice. That's how I feel about it.
All right, go ahead. It's open to everybody. I just want to hear what y'all think about that.
No, I mean, I agree with Pittsburgh T on that point. If you want to get your ass back in there, hey, do what you need to do. Get yourself cleared. Get your ass back in there. It ain't gonna end well for you, but get on in there.
Like that. You say he need to take a year off, or if he does fight again, he doesn't need to fight Terence Crawford in December.
Correct.
I would stay far away from that man. I would stay far away from him.
Hold on, Sheldon. I'm trying to get their take on it too. I already know where you stand in. I was trying to get like that. I think he just got here in Kansas City, Matt.
He need to go ahead and get him a realtor, get him a property up there in Detroit, go to that Crunk gym. Like I said, man, ballet classes. I mean, he just really need. I wouldn't feel bad a year and a half to 2 years off. Year and a half, get a fight in a year and a half, man.
You can still retire and come back, announce it.
Yeah, man. Like, cause that.
No, seriously, I think somebody gonna talk. I think they're gonna talk him out of that fight, man. They gonna say, "No, you don't need a rematch." It's not gonna be no rubber match. He ain't gonna bounce back and fight Crawford.
And I think Terence Crawford would like. I would think that would be what Terence Crawford would want to retire on too. Like, I could see Terence going on fighting Charlo, giving him enough time to get himself together, and coming back and let that be his last fight.
Oh yeah. Oh, Marq, this off the subject matter. I gotta thank you. I've been meaning to tell you before I forget.
This audio.
Oh, my bad. It was a last minute thing. Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
It was a last minute decision. I know I was coming on there and I kept saying, yeah, it's not gonna be no knockout. It's gonna be a decision. So I had to make a U-turn. I had to go back and pick somebody up because I had placed my bet, but I didn't enter it. And then I came back and I decided to do the knockout. I just had to thank you. I had to thank the other person. I chose the knockout almost at the last minute. I just had to thank you. You was one of the persons that convinced me it was going to be a knockout. It wasn't going to go to the decision.
That's what's up.
I bet 369 and got back 13 something.
Damn.
Yeah.
$69.
Good shit, brother. Good shit.
No, $369. Yes.
That's an odd number. Why 369? Why not 370 or 375?
Yeah, you know what? I thought about it all week, right? So I was gonna go with his record 39. It was weird. So then I started thinking with knockouts. So then I started thinking about this powerful number that Nikola Tesla said is the most powerful number. It's the universal number 369. It's a whole meaning to it, but that's why I chose it.
I already knew when you said that number where you got that from.
Oh, you did off the rip?
Yep, I already knew.
That's what's up.
Yeah, 3 is a prime number. It's a prime number.
Yeah, so I was gonna go with 400 flat because he was gonna go 40-0, but I just chose 369.
Okay. All right. Well, it's open to everybody. Go ahead. Go ahead, Sheldon. Congratulations on that win, big dog.
No, I appreciate you, man. I gotta donate something, man, for that one.
Appreciate you. The cash app right there at the bottom of the screen. Appreciate you.
Yeah, where's the? Yeah, okay, there it is. I got you.
You need it, nigga.
You gotta put the dollar. You gotta put the dollar sign right. Yeah.
I think you do.
Because some of them got dollar signs at the beginning and the end. So.
Mark, do you? My bad.
Yeah, it's $ Marq Nash. You'll see my logo. What you say like that?
Nah, but do you see Terence Crawford and Errol, talking behind the scenes and working out something? Maybe that being both of their last fights.
Hell no.
You don't think so?
Nah, where? What? Why I gotta retire? Because you retire.
No, not like that. Not like that. I'm saying like if Spence got it in his mind, like I only want like 2-3 more fights. Terence Crawford on the same page, and they just make an agreement. Because I don't think they're not gonna honor that contract, bro. Spence is not getting back in time.
Well, so Spence gonna walk out looking yellow then, because he lost. It's up to him for the rematch. If we don't see a rematch, we know who didn't want the rematch. Simple as that. And some people gonna be like, that's yellow. That's I don't mean Beezy.
So you don't think they can come back to the table later on and renegotiate?
They probably could, but we got a deal right now. We got a contract right now. You want a rematch? Oh, you need a tune-up now? Mister, I don't do tune-ups. What you need? You need to fight Terence. You need a couple tune-ups to get ready for Terence.
Yeah. I think that ass whooping beat all the logic into him.
Nah, if he gonna fight him, he gonna rematch, bro. All that tune-up stuff.
Later. Hopefully we can do it sooner than later. You ain't see his tweet? He ready to get back in there.
Yeah, that's why he said hopefully, because his ass ain't gonna be able to honor that contract.
No. Wait, I get where you coming from, but it's up to the winner to decide the weight. So he can't do 147 no more. So he's going to 154. So it would be the hope is that Terence Crawford will say, okay, I'll fight you at 154. Let's go ahead and let's do it again. And I'll fight you at 154. It won't be for undisputed though. Would the fans still want that though? Like, or is it about him getting his get back? I think so.
Yeah, it'll be that get back there.
Yeah, it'll be a good rematch, but it won't be for no titles.
Who knows? I mean, if he don't fight him next,
but why? Why isn't it for titles? So the rematch don't have no titles to attach to it, Mark?
If they fight at 154, what title would they fight for? I get what
you're saying.
Yeah,
gotcha.
Yeah, it won't be for no title because they be fighting in December.
I got you. Hey, look, that probably be better for both of them anyways, because I mean it'd be better for Bud. Well, it'd be if Bud wins, that'd be better for him to go 154 because he ain't got to pay all the sanction fees.
Well, he would still be the champion. He wouldn't have to even drop his belts to fight Spence at 154. He could fight at 154 and still be the champion.
Oh, you talking about the purse wise?
No, I'm talking about the purse. He wouldn't pay all those sanctioning fees with all those different belts if they paid at 154. Because those belts are at 147, right?
Yeah. Good point.
I don't know, man. I just hope Earl make the right decision in whatever he does.
I think the end of Crawford's career is gonna be fireworks. I don't think it's gonna end. I think the end of Crawford's career is gonna be fireworks. I don't think this is gonna end with just Earl. I think it's gonna end with some other people. I don't think Bird
out there. That's what I was talking about too. What's the next big fight for Terence Crawford?
Charlo.
Is at 154.
But Charlo might not come back down. We don't know what Charlo's gonna do after he fights at 168.
I mean, Charlo said he was coming back down on the broadcast. That's what he was telling.
He can say that now, but we don't know what's gonna happen on the 29th of September.
Look like Bud gonna be doing some magnificent things. He might go to 160 there.
Or he can go to 154. Like he would have to fight. He would have to pick up all them belts though. They're gonna be scattered.
Oh yeah, they're gonna be vacant.
They're gonna be vacant. Maybe he can at least unify if he can't get undisputed at 154 in one fight. Does he have 4 fights? Or how many fights left? Because he's how old is he now?
He 35. Yeah, 36 and
He'll be 36 in a couple of months.
Okay, so in what he would have, he will be fighting at least to 38, trying to get undisputed over there.
Oh, you doing that?
That's fighting if you fighting twice a year.
Oh no. You think it's insane to say 50-0?
Well, he said he ain't even going for that shit. He ain't got 10 more fights in him, I guess, or 11. At that time, it would have been 11 fights.
Yeah.
So I don't want to do it that long.
Hey, but look, the other thing that came out of this, Bud is more known behind this fight, behind the promotion, behind the ramp up of this. Like, this is the most interviews we've ever seen out of Bud or Errol, but definitely Bud. I mean, towards the end of that, to me, it seemed like he got more comfortable with doing interviews.
Oh yeah, his personality really shines, especially in that official weigh-in when he played that Mr. Carter. Like that was legendary right there.
Oh yeah, when he was rapping to the song.
Yeah, bro. And he turned to the back, point to the back of his head when he said, "I got shot and I got the proof." Like that was legendary, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know how many casual fans he picked up with that. Because I mean, previous to this fight, I don't know how much going forward it helps him. We'll see though, whatever he does.
And then
I know that. I'm gonna tell you what did catch me when he was like, "I've been hated by the seasons," and he looked at the crowd. He said, "So fuck y'all who hating for no reason." He turned around and he was like, it was like he was singing, "Hey, Mr. Crawford, tell me where you been," like not Mr. Carter. You get what I'm saying? You can read, if you was there, you can read his lips. It was like he was saying, "Hey, Mr. Crawford," not Carter, and that shit kind of fit too, man. Like people was hating on this guy for no reason, bro, just because he was with Top Rank.
I hate it real.
I'm still hearing these people saying, "Fuck it, he's still a duck. Bud's still gonna be a duck. He's still gonna be Top Rank Toby ever to me," and all this other shit. I'm like, bro, you put your whole you put all your time and energy in these chats, or if you was a content creator making these videos, the fight finally gets made. They still call the guy duck. Say he gonna lose. He go in there one side ass whooping. I mean, embarrass this dude. We ain't never seen him look like this. And he looked good in the first round though, didn't he? Look good. Look like, oh, okay, man, we might have something here.
Yeah,
then Crawford just got active on him. That slow starter shit was out the window. He was a very fast starter. Dropped him, then beat him up some more. Doctor coming to check on him, beat him up some more, drop him in the 7th, drop him again in the 7th. 8th round, he let the pain sink in a little bit, then stops him in the 9th. Beat the shit out of him, bro. And now the thing is, oh, he cheated. It was the weight. Spence didn't look right. He didn't look right. He didn't look because he was fighting Bud Crawford, bro. Spence knew what too, because even up to the fight, he was like, yeah, he's more talented than me. He got more God-gifted abilities. I was like, damn, you give this man too much respect. But he knew what he was up against. His fans didn't. No, but go ahead. What you saying, bro?
Now somebody was saying they shot Spence up with morphine or some shit like that, so he went and feel the pain or some stupid shit, man.
Oh my god. Out of here,
yeah, I ain't hear that, but I heard a lot of stuff. He smoked the blunt.
615, you on the line. What's your name? Where you from, fam?
Cento.
Shout out to Centos. Let me do this real quick. Shout out to D Bevel the champ with his $2 super chat. He said
he got beat too.
He said Errol Body.
I'll give you the $2. You give him the $2. All right, pay him the $2. Oh, pay the $2.
All right, go ahead, Centos.
What it do?
What's up?
Hey, Bud was very dominant in that fight for the 8 rounds after the first round. But in my opinion, I think he was just sizing Earl up in the first round. I think he spotted him one round purposely just to see what Earl had and see which way he was going to go with him. Because he didn't get dogged out of anything like that in the first round by Earl. So Earl looked like he was going to be competitive, but I still saw him losing that fight after that first round. Bud got this, and from the second round on, toward the end of the second round is when everything changed. Everything. I think the Bud was done downloading what information he needed from Earl at that time. Got onto his game plan and held the business. As far as Earl retiring, I don't feel. I'm like this. If he feels he needs to retire, because each fighter knows how their body feels, how their mind is working, and all that good stuff. If he feels he needs to retire, then he should retire. If he feels like he can go on, he should go on. Because some people, they temporarily retire and then they come back for the wrong reason, come back for the money. But you gotta have a love for the sport and the hunger. If he has the hunger and the love for the sport still, to go through all the training and all the hardships and whatnot to be prepared for a fight, then do what you do. He's still going to be a person that can earn a living for a little while because he's still good enough to compete against a lot of the best. He just need to leave that Bud Crawford guy alone. Crawford, unlike Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder, Crawford has this dominant win in the first fight. He wins. If they fight again, he fights the second time. There's no need for a trilogy. Just like a lot of people say there's no need for a rematch right now between the two of them. I don't care what weight division these two guys fight each other. Terence Crawford wins hands down 10 out of 10 times because his skill level is just that much greater. And no disrespect to Earl. I love the guy. I follow him as a boxing fan. I've been to his fight. At the same time I've seen him fight live. And the second time I've seen them both fight live. And I thank God I had the opportunity to take them both out multiple times. But everything I've seen, when Earl fought Ugas, I was there. I knew at that point when Ugas was able to hurt him twice. A lot of people talk about the one time, but he hurt him twice. I knew then Bud would beat him. Because I knew Bud was hitting harder and getting stronger. And no one's got the skill level of Bud in the welterweight division. The closest thing to Bud right now in the welterweight division is Bruce Ennis. And Bruce is going to be a competitive deal for Bud, but I don't think he's experienced enough to beat Bud. I just don't think so. And then I watched Bruce back in January the 7th in D.C. and Bud beat him, in my opinion. Anyway, shout out to all you fellas, man. I appreciate y'all, man, and listening. I've been listening for a little while, keep myself awake, and I'm driving. And hey, let's go get another fight.
All right, so you want to see the rematch at 154?
Yeah. If they fight, I'm watching. I'm a fight fan, period. I don't care if they fight 3, 4, 5 times. I'm gonna watch. Beat down to beat down, but I think Earl can be more competitive in a rematch at 154 because he won't have a weight issue supposedly, and he's more experienced at fighting Bud at this point now. But can he beat Bud? No. Will Bud stop him again? Very possible. It might not be as bloody as the turn. I'm gonna tell you. I was at the fight too, Marq. I'm gonna tell you, man, I was looking through my phone the whole time I was filming. I never knew it was bloody like that. I get to my room and I look at some highlights. I said, "Wow, this blood come from?" I said, "What?" And I asked friend, I said, "When you were watching the fight, was his face bloody like?" And my friend said, "Yes." I said, "What?" I never
he
even
was turning red. His face, you ain't noticed his face kept turning red. You thought he was just his
I
face
thought
was
somebody
turning
photoshopped stuff, on YouTube, but now it was real, man. He was terrible. Man.
I saw it
early.
when I was
early.
Yeah, he was busting that nose up, and he split his lip. His lip got a split on it.
Yeah.
And the bottom right part of his lip got a split. He busted his mouth, swole his eyes up, had that nose running everywhere, and that mouth was bloody. Yeah.
It was something like Martin Lawrence and Tommy Hearns. But I still take my hat off to Errol Spence. Let me tell you, Earl is a warrior. He got up every time, didn't quit, even till the end. He was out on his feet, but he didn't quit. That's an athlete. That's a warrior. Got a big heart. He knew he was outdone and outskilled. I take my hat off to him. He gave us fans what they wanted to see, and I thank him. And shout out to Errol Spence for talking to Terence and Terence talking to Errol Spence, and the two of the fighters put that fight together. I'm not giving PBC no props on that one. Period.
Why you say that?
PBC was preventing that fight. They were preventing that fight at first. They weren't trying to negotiate with being fair with Bud in the beginning, knowing that the man wasn't going to go for that bull crap, you know. And then before they started negotiating with him last year, they were already putting narratives out about who's going to pay him. He ain't worth this amount. He ain't worth that amount. They were trying to avoid him then. That was a business way of ducking that kid. They knew what they were in for. They knew exactly what they were in for. That's why they played like they played it. But thank God for a man, a real man, and a warrior in Errol Spence. He really wanted that fight like he said he did. And he was willing to talk to Bud. They talked about it. They put that fight together. That's who I give props to. Period. I ain't gonna keep your line tied up, my brother. I appreciate you.
All right, peace. All right, go ahead. Like that, Pittsburgh T, Kansas City Mac. Go ahead. My bad, y'all. I'm texting somebody over here about my new card. I lost my damn ATM card, man, today. Had to get a new card. Y'all go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, only thing I didn't like I didn't like the Showtime, or I couldn't rewind it, because some of those, like when you're watching the fight live and they did like some of the replays when they was in the corner with some of those things, man, it's like, man, some of the skill, even though it was one-sided, some of the skill level and some of the punches that guy was throwing, I mean, you can't even do nothing but be in awe of some of that stuff. It's bad that you couldn't like put it on DVR or none of that stuff, and you had to revel back to YouTube to get some of those clips. But I mean, it's still as a boxing fan, you're still getting boxing at a higher level no matter what, even though it's one side.
Yeah, did y'all niggas went to sleep?
No, not this time.
Nah.
You heard me? You hear me?
I heard you. We letting you cook, Pittsburgh.
Yeah, not this time. Usually I do.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, because some of those in the clinches, like hooks that he had that was real close, like the skill level to pull some of those off when they was in the clinch, he leaned back and hit him with some of those real close, like clinches out of the clinch straight into a hook. Those were just phenomenal punches. So some of those things, like I just think sometimes as fans, we want boxing, but then we want boxing just only if the guy that we want wins. That's it. That ain't really boxing. Boxing is that's not you. You don't really want boxing. You only want your guy to win. You don't really want to watch boxing.
Yeah, I agree with you. I was like that with Wilder. That's the last time I was like emotionally invested in, and I think that's why it went it went to a trilogy, because it had so much controversy behind it. Not only did he drop him, but it was some stuff behind it. A lot of stuff behind it. That's what was able to get to the trilogy. Not only was it draw. I mean, people was talking about it to the point where Wilder was saying, "I got an egg-shaped like skin in my head." Like he said it,
bro. But that's like, look, you see, like thus far with Errol Spence, he hasn't made not one excuse. None can't. Like the fans gonna say what they say. When the fighter starts participating in that foolishness, that's when all that stuff gets spun out of control. Because fans can say whatever they want to say. When the fighter wants to build into that stuff, that's when all that stuff that got out of control real quick. That made you as a Wilder fan be in an uncomfortable position to even, like, now you getting questioned behind some of these bizarre like theories. It was just, some of that stuff was real bizarre and it just didn't make no sense. Most of it, 90% of it was bizarre.
I think George Foreman even said after he lost or something like that, he started getting paranoid, thinking somebody was poisoning his water. I guess that's I don't know what it's like, to lose on that level. It may put you in that mindset.
Look, all I can say, if somebody can get caught with their hands wrapped cheating, anything can happen, man.
Nah, the new thing now, what Terrence had something in his gloves.
Yeah, I
He on
seen that one.
TV. It's starting to get crazy, bro. I heard one Errol Spence fan say he went to church on Sunday, and God told him that it was in Terence Crawford. Everything was aligned for Terence Crawford. Like God told him that was supposed to happen. I'm like, God damn, like.
I ain't never heard one like that before,
Bro,
boy.
that man said he went to church and God told him that Terence Crawford, everything was aligned for Terence Crawford to win. And I was like, damn, bro. You know that's a crazy ass whooping, man. When you start saying that this person was shot up with morphine and Derrick Jane put something in his fucking drink, and bro.
But the fighter ain't saying that. But look, as long as the fighter not saying that, that's the fans. That's what I'm saying. Like some of that stuff with Wilder with the costume and water and all that stuff. That shit was like, bro, come on, man. Like that dude just beat you, man. That dude beat you, and that's the end of it. Like that shit. And then some of the same people that agree with that stuff now they have a problem because they're on the other side of this with Bud. They selected Bud to win, so they want to laugh at that. But then when it was Wilder and he was doing all that goofy stuff with all those crazy ass, theories, people were down for all that goofy stuff because it was goofy, it was stupid, and it made no sense.
I mean, they saying now channels that allegedly have insight to Spence camp saying that now it's alleged that he had a broken rib and he didn't spar 6 weeks until 6 weeks up to the fight. He wasn't sparring at all. So that's the new alleged rumor.
Well, I talked to somebody who's sparred with him.
That's what I'm saying, man.
Yeah, but
and
he
these
didn't
big
say that.
channels saying this.
But he didn't say that.
Shit.
Yeah, but Errol ain't saying that. That's what I'm saying. That's the difference. Errol ain't saying it.
Errol said if he had
the costume thing. Yeah, Errol said what now?
He said even if he had an excuse, he wouldn't say it.
Man, he beat that man ass so bad, bro. I'm telling you, bro, channels out here deleting videos and lives and shit, bro. Like, it's certain channels I know that was posting 4 times a day about this fight every day. And when you go down their timeline now, you only see maybe like 10, 15 videos to the build up to this fight.
Yeah, but them dudes gonna do what they do. I just think. Go ahead.
No, I didn't understand what he said. They got deleted the video.
Man, it's certain channels, bro. They was uploading 4 times a day about this fight, doing lives, like 2-3 hours live, uploading videos. And now when you go to their channel, it's only like maybe 20 videos over that whole span of 3 months.
Oh, I see what you're saying. You saying because Earl lost, they deleted it?
Yeah, bro. You know, it was certain channels talking out the side of their neck,
Nah,
bro.
they was talking bad. Like the hate is real. Like I thought it was bad. I can understand like how people don't like Mayweather. Like some of his stuff he do is untasteful. But this man Crawford, he don't do none of that stuff, and you just talk bad on this man. Just talk bad. Like I don't get it.
Yeah, but that's never gonna change, bro. You see that with LeBron. Like, what does he do? That they do all that crazy stuff. Like we've seen that before. Like I just think now it make them look bad because like they're saying now you created a digital record of you saying this crazy shit. No matter how many times you try to delete it,
exactly.
Somebody then clipped it and it's there. So it don't matter what you delete, how you try to delete it. Somebody then clip that shit up and it's there. Like I don't care what goofy stuff you do. Some people just silly because they make all their money being that person that's anti this person. And then they get so personal with a person that ain't paying them no attention. I mean, none. And they do all that goofy stuff. It's just silly.
I mean,
it don't make a lot of sense.
The tone ain't even the same in these dude voices no more. Like, I mean, it's just crazy. Like, they just got too happy. And that's what happened when you get too happy and you just start. Like, they was literally taking interviews of Bud, like the interviews that was coming out, and they were stopping it every 5 seconds saying, but Bud just a fucking liar. All he does is lie. Da, 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 da. And I'm like, bro, we can't even get three minutes into the interview without you saying he a liar. I'm like, bro, that shit was crazy.
It really was, yo. It really was. You just don't understand.
I mean, the only other problem I have with it is like, look, Bud won. He clearly is the best in that division. But I mean, at the same token, like, if Spence was the number 2 guy, and we all agree that he's the number 2 guy, don't after Bud beats him, you know, you got to beat Spence all the way down to being a bum ass dude because Bud beat him. Bud's just that fucking good. Like, that's just what it is. Like, ain't nobody in that division beating Bud, and it's only one of those guys. There's no other Bud in that division. So nobody else is doing that what that guy did.
But listen, Earl was looking bad. Something within that 15 months that he was off, something else happened. We can still speculate. We can go back to Wilder. Them two.
He did get in that car accident. Remember, he got in the car accident the same day Terence Crawford got in the fight, December the 10th.
So he got another one.
December the 10th. It's been 3 car accidents since 2019. It
wasn't like
the Hummer and the bulletproof truck. The kid. That's when the kid ran the stoplight or stop sign and hit him. December the 10th. And he said my leg. He said some stuff still hurt. And then later on, he was like, "Yeah, my leg hurt."
See, that's why I just kept saying after the fight. I just kept saying health. It's health because I don't know exactly. I'm not there. I'm not hearing what the doctors got to say. I can only speculate and then just go off of Will Scream and report it. But I'm gonna go off of my eye test and just being in sports and just living life on this planet. That man didn't look right. He didn't look right. I'm not giving no excuse. I'm just saying.
Bro. Stop it, bro.
I'm not. No. I'm not one of them guys. I'm not one of the guys. I've been watching. I'm a boxing fan. That's why I say I'm not giving this man an excuse. What I'm trying to say is the man didn't look right compared to them other fights. He just didn't look.
Bud. You want to fight Bud, bro.
And I'm only
compare them.
I'm only saying this because I don't think he's the
box. About Hot Sauce playing them NBA players, them N1 players. When they play NBA players, they don't look the same.
Yeah, bro, you're not fighting Bud. He's fighting lesser opponents.
Listen, man. I'm not talking about. I'm not taking it away from what Bud did. What I'm trying to say is on a health, saying I care for another man, he don't look right. Even if he fights somebody else. That's why I keep trying to say retirement. It ain't just because what Bud did to that man. What I'm trying to say is
Bud look like that. So you think you'll look like that fighting somebody else?
He might.
That's Bud, bro.
I'm trying to tell you how bad that man look. Yeah.
You are you trying to say like mechanically, like the way he was moving didn't look right?
Listen, after he got his surgery, you can talk about the car accident. You're not supposed to drink or smoke. He had reconstruction surgery. You're not supposed to drink. And when your eyes being like that, you're not supposed to drink. You're supposed to give your body time to heal. I don't think his body healed properly.
Bro, but he had a fight after that, bro. So that don't even count.
You're not taking everything in consideration what I'm trying to say. And that probably made it worse. This man didn't do anything for 15 months, boxing wise. Then they said he had to pull out of the Pacquiao fight because something happened during sparring. That means your body wasn't healing properly.
Or maybe he just got caught in sparring, bro. Like I think you jumping in the jump there.
All right. I'm not taking nothing away from Crawford. Crawford is that dude, but I still don't think he was all there.
Yeah, but bro, you can't say Crawford is that dude and he's that good. And then he makes this guy look a different way. And then now you're taking credit from Crawford. And you're basically saying that Errol just didn't look right. No, Bud was that good. That's just it.
Bud is that good. But y'all
okay, so if he's that good, then there's nothing wrong with Errol. Errol was at his best. He went in there at his best and he lost in the story.
Nah, they cashing that man out. They know he had his last bit.
Who
They
cashing?
they cashed
What
him
do you
out.
mean? Who cashing who out? Who cashing him out? Who?
I'm gonna be honest. I think Earl cashing himself out. I think if Earl,
All of it.
I think
All of it. It's still a business at the end of the day. It's just like a business. If you feel like it's
Right, right. I get it, but who's
and
cashing
he's
him
a
out?
brand.
I
He's
mean,
a brand.
I think Earl cashing himself out. I think if Earl knew he truly had 5 years left, he wouldn't have fought Crawford right now. He would have kept on with the he need to do this and he need to go do this. He would have kept that. I think he knows that his time is limited.
But if he cashing himself out, why did he take the Keith Thurman fight in the middle that they wanted him to fight? If it's all about the money, why didn't he take the Keith Thurman fight, which is a lesser opponent?
Because it's bigger.
He could have fought Keith Thurman years ago. Even Mayweather said fight Thurman.
But when then those negotiations broke down, that's what they wanted him to do. He did not do that. According to your theory, if it's about money, why didn't he fight Thurman? That's what I'm telling you.
Because
between their negotiations fought, and then they actually had to fight, he could have fought Thurman in the middle of that. Before the doggone car crash. Before the car crash, they wanted him to fight Thurman.
Thurman didn't want to fight him. Thurman wanted Mayweather. What I'm trying to say,
Thurman wanted to fight him.
Thurman wanted Mayweather.
Is you talking about recently or back in 2014 and 13?
No, when they had the initial negotiations and those broke down, his camp wanted him to fight Thurman. He said he didn't want to fight Thurman. That fight didn't happen. He got in a car accident after that. And then we are where we are with the actual fight. And between the accident and negotiations, he could have agreed to fight Thurman and actually had to fight for Thurman and got a payday. That's what I'm saying. If it's all about money and a payday, he could have did that. He didn't do that.
No. I'm saying, like, if you know you only got 2 or 3 fights left, why are you going to risk the whole fight behind Crawford was the undisputed. So if I go in here and I get beat by Thurman, then that takes the legitimacy away from me and Crawford fighting. So why I'm a risk that if I know I'm about to cash out?
But y'all saying two different things.
They said that fight was going to be no title on the line. But why am I even risk the build up to that fight when I feel like I only got allegedly I feel like I got only 2 to 3 fights left in me.
Right, but if there's no title on the line, what's the risk? If there's no title on the line, I still got my belts to merge with this guy that I'm gonna fight next. Who cares? If it's all about cashing out, it take
the hype out of it. If some man
it wouldn't. It's still undisputed. It's still undisputed.
I'm saying, but if he already took your O, it's kind of like, damn, Thurman ain't even on Crawford level, and we already saw him get beat. So why are we gonna really attend to this fight?
Or could it be he just was waiting out for this fight because he didn't want no other fight? Like all the stuff that y'all saying, could it be just not true? And the man just wanted to fight Bud. He lost, but that's who he wanted to fight.
The man literally said on the interview, he said, I didn't want any other fight because I didn't want to risk getting injured. He just said that recently on one of his interviews.
I ain't hear that. I heard the man say that they want. I heard him say that they wanted me to fight Keith Thurman. I don't want that fight. Everybody knew who I want. That's what I heard him say.
I'll send you the snippet of him saying that. But I mean, I don't know. I could be wrong. I just truly think that man because you gotta look, man. That man, I saw a video today when he was like 22 going preparing for the Olympics. Like he started at 15 and at 22 in 7 years, he already had like 130 fights. You don't think that most people don't even get that over from starting from 7 all the way up to 18, 19, 20 years old. So you think them 7 years compiling all them fights together, you don't think they may have already had not taking like saying, but I'm saying that plus that crash, plus continuously drinking, continuously using drugs, not staying in shape throughout the years. You don't think that man probably just another AB but look better?
Come on, like that. He ain't no AB, bro. Stop.
No, I'm saying like I'm talking about the deterioration of his body. Like when you see AB, you like, damn, bro, you 32, 33, and you looking like this.
Yeah, but AB never like. Look, this is what I'll say to that. Like, I think like that man is in his body. He felt like he could win the fight. He was able to get in that ring, sign that contract. He was talking all that stuff. He was very confident during the fight. He felt good. His camp felt good. He went to the doctors. He did all his physicals. Nobody before that fight felt like he was ill prepared for that fight. He got in that ring, and Bud was just better. He lost the fight. End of story. Bud is just that good.
Facts.
That's just it.
Facts. Bud was beating anybody that night. That's not my argument. In my opinion, Bud was gonna beat Floyd that night. Like whoever you put in front of him, that determination that he had in that fight.
Yeah, but that's what we based it off of.
Yeah. But now, for Earl's sake, now we just saying like going here forward, let's make sure your health is intact, brother. Like that's all we saying. It ain't. I don't care what version you put.
But how did the health get there? Yeah, but how did his health get there if we're saying that no? But we're saying, look, no matter what version of Earl we put in that ring, he's not beating Bud, right? So how did his health become to the point where he just can't fight no more? That's what I'm saying. If we all agree that he wasn't gonna beat Bud on that night, no matter what he did, right? So what does the health got to do with anything?
I mean, like I said, when that man came back, I'm just being honest. When he came back, he didn't even sound the same. And then after the interview, the man couldn't hear.
They had to put some false teeth in his mouth.
Say what?
His teeth got knocked out his mouth. That's why they had to make special mouthpiece for him. That's why when Ugas hit him, his mouthpiece got knocked out, and he thought his teeth got. So he was kind of looking. That's what he said.
I mean, I don't saw people with veneers, and they don't sound like, bro. You don't go from talking like this to going like, I do want to put on a great performance.
I think it was I think his jaw also too. So I don't think his jaw wasn't. I'm trying to tell you, that man got ejected. That man had to go through a windshield. Y'all keep playing like y'all keep downplaying. That man got ejected. You see that car? What it did? He's surprised. He's lucky to be alive and not paralyzed. He had to get his face reconstructed. That's why his face was looking so red like that. Who did Ugas and Danny Garcia knock out at 147?
Bro, but he fought in between this fight.
No, you understand. That's what I'm saying.
Nobody else was able to do that. So the punches that the other dudes was doing, they couldn't do that.
That's why Bud said, I don't want to fight him right after the car accident. I want him to heal up. So they put him with pillow fight. They wasn't beating that man up. He couldn't even take a punch in sparring. He had to postpone the Pacquiao fight. We don't even know what Pacquiao would have did to that man.
I mean,
he was already deteriorating. If you have problems with Ugas,
so now
Ugas only had 12 knockouts. Ugas had only 12 knockouts.
So now you're discrediting the win now. So now he was a lesser fighter when he fought Bud, according to you. That's what I'm saying.
He was already going to be one after that car accident. He was already going to be one after that car accident.
Right. So he deteriorated now. So what kind of credit we give him Bud for a fight that the guy deteriorated? He looked like he shouldn't be fighting no more. So what kind of credit does Bud get for that particular fight?
But it's still hypothetical because I would never know. I can only say on that part that I still think Bud was going to win. But it's after the fact now. The fact is that man got in a car accident.
Right. And I'm not fight in between that, bro. You keep saying that, but he had a fight after that. Not the last one, but he had a fight in between the whole reconstructive surgery, all that stuff you stated. He had a fight
It wasn't Bud. If he would have fought Bud,
there's only one Bud, bro. There's only one Bud, so that doesn't even look. If you're gonna give Bud credit for the fight,
if he would have fought Bud, right after the car accident, it would have probably been even worse.
Right. So what are we saying? But you're saying that he's deteriorating. That's the problem with your argument. You're saying the guy's deteriorating and he should retire, basically. So Bud should. So Bud shouldn't get credit for beating up a deteriorated guy that should retire. That's what you're saying.
My God, I'm sorry. That's how you taking it. But that's not what I'm trying to say. You're taking it.
Okay, go ahead. That's what you said.
I never said I'm taking credit from Crawford. That never came out of my mouth. That's how you taking it. And I kept saying that before I made my statement at the beginning. I said I'm not going to be that one that's trying to take credit from Bud. What I'm trying to say, as a man, as a human, I'm looking at Earl and I'm saying something ain't right with him, and he ain't been right since the car accident. That's all I'm trying to say. it probably would have been even worse if he fought that man right after the car accident. I still think Bud would have beat that man before the car accident. I just don't think it would have been that bad. That's all I'm trying to say, my guy. That's all I'm trying to say. That man didn't even look like an amateur. He looked like a shell of himself.
He was having hiccups. I mean, even in the 2 fights after the crash, post crash with Danny Garcia,
he still didn't look the same with Ugas.
Yeah, he was having hiccups in that fight, man.
Yeah,
and
he didn't look the same.
I saw a video I saw a short, short, like after he won the fight. It was the Charlo brothers, and they was like trying to take a picture of him with all the belts. And I noticed in that reel, like he kept losing his balance, just trying to stand still right there. And I was like, why he can't just stand? I mean, look, Terence was gonna beat him regardless. I'm never gonna take that ass whooping he got, whether he got issues or not. He shouldn't have got his ass beat like that, being the elite.
But he ain't got no issues, bro. You guys are playing internet doctors and making this guy have all these issues.
I ain't making no
he's not claiming. He got in there and he lost, bro. That's it. Serious. At the end of the day, like it's like a backhanded compliment that you guys are giving, and then at the same time you're trying to big up Bud. Like the guy lost. He went in there his best. It just wasn't good enough. That's it. Like he went in there. Yeah, it just wasn't good enough.
I pulled for Bud, so I'm giving Bud getting all the credit for me. But I'm just saying, I'm not saying the stuff I'm saying isn't pre-fight. I'm saying I'm putting it in the context post-fight. Like going from this fight on, bro, we just trying to make sure you good because you took some very flush shots, bro. Like it didn't look good. That's all I'm saying, bro. From here going on out, and it's okay. Sometimes you get in there with a certain dude that's just gonna retire you. We didn't expect this type of ass whooping. We didn't expect Errol to go in here and look like this. We expected Terence Crawford to look how he looked, but we didn't expect Errol to look how he looked.
That's what I'm trying to say, man.
And
that man was looking bad.
With me seeing that, I'm starting to consider, like, bro, just go ahead and retire, bro. Not even go ahead. Let's start putting it in consideration that retirement.
So you need to retire.
Yeah,
he need to retire based on one fight, bro. One fight, he need to retire. So we can't lose.
That's 3 fights after the.
Bro, you acting like this man. You acting like this man went in there and put up a good fight and he just lost.
Bro, he lost. Like, look, if the man would have knocked him out, if he would have beat him down. So wait a minute. Let's be. So you don't think that this man is going to doctors and getting himself checked out and he making that decision? Like he just jumping in the ring and decided, hey, I'm just gonna fight him. Fuck what anybody say. I'm just gonna jump in the ring. You think that's what's happening?
I ain't gonna.
That's
say
what
that,
we're saying is happening.
But we can't act like his arrogance is one-sided. We can't say his arrogance poorly. It made him poorly prepare for this fight, and then on the flip side, not say that maybe his arrogance allowed him to get back in the ring when he shouldn't get back in there. So let's keep it on.
All fighters got arrogance, though, bro. We seen Wilder retire. He wouldn't be the first one to have arrogance. All fighters, I would imagine, have some level of arrogance.
Wilder was still dropping people.
But he still, it's the level, like all fighters have arrogance. That's my point to my comment. Like he went into that retiring and unretiring. Like all these guys have arrogance. And even all those excuses that got bear out. We can go down a list of fighters. I don't think that has anything to do with it. I just think that we just, it sounds like excuses that we making, and the guy just lost, bro. That's it. Okay. Now, if they fight again, I'll watch it. Yeah, I'll watch it if they fight again. If he feel like he get in the ring again, so be it. But we'll see. We'll see what happens with the whole situation. I think when we do that, I think you're taking away credit for Bud to say he was exposed. And they just showed up that he was a basic fighter. Like you do, okay, now you're minimizing the opponent.
I never said he was basic.
No, it's not intentional. But you're not intentionally doing it, but you are doing it. When you minimize, when you're saying the guy's exposed.
What did I say was minimized? What did I say that minimized Crawford?
He didn't look right. He never looked right. He never looked right since the accident.
How's that minimizing Crawford? I never said it. I said nothing
so you're
minimized
saying he's
Crawford.
A lesser opponent when he climbs in. If he don't look right, he's a lesser opponent when he climbs in the ring. That's what you can't say stuff like that and then want your guy to get all the credit. Don't work like that.
He won the fight. I can't take credit from him. That's how you taking it, my guy. That's how you taking it.
So
You
he
took
didn't
me.
look right.
I'm not.
So
He's
he
one
didn't
of the
look right,
fight.
but he was 100%. So he didn't look right, but Crawford should get 100% for the guy not looking right since the accident, but he should get 100% credit.
Hell yeah,
That's what you're
hell
saying.
yeah.
You
Hell
damn
yeah.
right you should.
No,
Because you got.
no, I'm
But
Because
quoting
that
you
what
got.
you
performance,
just said, the
If you
logic.
go,
How
if you
does that
go,
make any sense?
if you
with
go
that
into it, if you go
performance,
into a test, and you got to take the test, and you didn't study, that's your ass. That's your ass.
I mean, and then also let's put this in perspective too. Yes, all fighters are arrogant, but you got a double dynamic where your trainer is also arrogant. Your trainer was telling you was gonna walk through this man.
Your
Your
whole
trainer was
team.
telling you shouldn't have to go as hard. So when you got that dynamic like that, you're gonna have outsource outside sources come in and evaluate that situation for you because you got a trainer that didn't. It was obvious after 7th round, bro. What was this man gonna do? And still let you continue to fight.
Bro, but did you want the trainer to say he was going to lose? Like, what you
I
want the
mean,
trainer to say, bro?
I mean, look, Derrick James,
Tell the truth.
he
Tell
by
the
his
truth.
behavior to the lead up to the fight, he was telling you goddamn Errol was about to lose. When he started, oh, they got 3 trainers and all that shit, he was telling you then, hey, bro, like I know like this man ain't gonna really win this, but once you start seeing the level that Errol got his ass beat, Kenny Porter had enough respect and love for his son. The fact when he got knocked down in 2 rounds, even though he put on a competitive fight up until that point, he said, look, man, I ain't about to have my son on no goddamn poster. But you
Now,
got Derrick James in here letting this man get beat from the 2nd round on, and we can't question that, hey, maybe he needs some outside sources to evaluate his situation. I don't
Bro,
think
but
this.
that you're talking about the outcome. You're talking about the outcome.
I'm
Up
just.
to the fight.
This
Up to
shouldn't
the
have been
fight.
that
Like,
bad.
up to the fight, what did you want the trainer to say? That, hey, my guy gonna get in there and lose because he outmatched? Like, what did you want the trainer to say, bro? Like, let's be real. That guy lost. They went in there with a plan. It wasn't good enough.
We wanted a realistic game plan. All that I'ma walk through them, and you know what I'm saying. We ain't gonna bro.
That
We
was
ain't
his
got to
game
worry about the
plan. It
switch.
didn't work.
We don't have to worry about the switch hitting aspect. You know, Kell Brook was switch hit, and then you saw it. Even though Kell Brook was tagging his ass up before he got stopped, it was just it was a lot of arrogance, and that arrogance almost might have cost that man his career.
Didn't even
That's
spar.
what we not.
Didn't even spar a
Bro, but
southpaw. Ain't fought a
that's their
southpaw in
plan,
7
though.
years. Didn't even spar a
Bro, that's
southpaw.
their
Ain't
plan.
fought
You
a
could say
southpaw
that
in
it's
like
a
7 years.
flawed plan. That's their plan.
Bro,
That's
their
their
plan was
plan, bro. You
arrogant.
can say it's a bad plan, but it's still a plan. Okay, no, that's not. That's confident. Okay, what's the difference between confidence and arrogance? What's the difference? If he wins, then it's not arrogance. It's confidence.
Confidence means you didn't beat this person before. Like you didn't went and beat this test. You didn't beat this obstacle. That's confidence. Arrogance is the false confidence. That's the difference.
Look, I would say
by that definition, both got confidence. One guy just executed. His was better. He executed it better.
That's the difference from confidence and arrogance. Cocky and same thing with ego.
No,
Ego is a particular.
I would say, me personally, I would say confidence. It gives you the ability to believe in yourself, but still keep a logical mind of what you're going up against. It's still and it gives you the ability to have proper preparation for whatever you're going against. And I would say arrogance, it's kind of like grandeur delusion. Like you start thinking more of yourself, but yet you ain't did enough to even think like that. And that's what them brothers did. Them brothers went in there with a grandeur delusion, bro. They went in there thinking these niggas was just gonna run through Crawford. It wasn't going. I bet this training camp right here, he did less probably than any other training camp. Just believing in the hype, just thinking he was gonna run through him. I'm the eye collector. We don't gotta worry about the switch hitting. I'm the natural southpaw. We gonna break him like Kuta Kinte. These the shit that they were saying. So at what point that was definitely arrogance. They had a grandeur. They went in this fight with a grandeur delusion, thinking that they just was gonna come in there and get the win just off the fact that I'm Errol Spence and I'm Derrick James, trainer of the year. Crawford went in there with the fact of look, these people don't down me this whole time. We just saw Rolly get a robbery. We just saw Cambosis get a robbery, and I'm going in here and fight for my life. Like, this is my life. This is my time. They trying to write me out the history books.
If you look at Earl's workout day, that media workout day when he was with Derrick James, and you look at all his other workout videos, he didn't look the same. And I'm not diminishing from Crawford. I don't care what nobody say. That man didn't look right, and I'm not taking it from Crawford.
Derrick James literally hit that man with a mitt when they was trying to do the sequence.
That's what I'm trying to say on
and then he went and got some water and then went to the heavy bag, punched it for like 10 minutes, and that was the end of the training of the open gym. I mean, I'm not going, like I said, I'm never going to take that.
That was 15 months ago. So, things could happen within that. He could have been sparring and he could have got damaged. A lot of things from lingering from that accident. He didn't fight nobody within 15 months. Crawford took another fight to stay active.
I don't know, man. I'm never gonna take that take Crawford credit away, bro. That night
I will never take it because Earl deserved it and Crawford deserved to win. Because all that shit you was talking. They had to sell the fight. They had to talk shit to sell the fight.
They had to do what? Like they had to do what? I'm listening to y'all, but I don't agree with nothing that y'all just said. What you said now? They had to do what?
That's so good. You got to sell the fight.
You sound muffled, bro. I can't hear nothing you
My
said.
bad. I'm talking on the tablet. I said he still had to sell the fight. He had to talk shit to sell the fight.
Yeah, they both did.
No, not on the level as Earl did.
Like, well, okay, so when did you ever hear, like, when they had those pressers, I never seen them say none of that stuff that these guys are saying on the internet. He never said none of that crazy stuff. Those guys show great respect to each other.
No, Earl did. Earl did. That's what I'm talking about. That Kunta Kinte.
Say it again. I couldn't hear you.
Oh, man. That man said, I'm going to beat him like Kunta Kinte. They kept talking about Bomac being fat.
I didn't hear the Kunta Kinte. I heard him say he's going to take his soul or something crazy. Like, I didn't hear the Kunta Kinte.
That man said he was going to beat him like Kunta Kinte. He said it.
I didn't hear that. You heard that like that?
Yeah, I heard you. I just saw
I missed that.
He said that's a fact.
Yeah. Because Gillie was like, "Damn, boy, you had they had to cut Kunta Kinte foot off and everything."
And for a black man to say that to a black man, that's why I was like, "Come on, dog, you really gonna sell this fight?"
Oh well, he wrong for that. I mean, ain't nobody. I didn't hear it. So if he said it, he wrong for that.
He said it.
I just don't. Yeah, but okay. What I'm saying is, like, when those guys were selling the fight, when they had those pressers, right? Even after the fight, no matter how goofy these dudes get on the internet, no matter how much the press run was after that, they had great respect for each other because of the conversations they probably had leading up into the fight, and even after the fight, the way they conducted themselves. So I don't think like none of the stuff that was said was that serious to either one of these guys. If he said that goofy stuff about Kunta Kinte, obviously he's obviously wrong about that. But I just don't think that anything that they said was too. If that's what he said, that's way out of bounds. But outside of that, I mean, that is what it is.
That's what I'm trying to say. He had to sell the fight. They got to sell the fight. That's their job. You got to bring in the numbers.
What I'm saying is that whatever they were doing after the fight, you see how they conducted themselves in the post-conference, post-conference press conference. You see how they conducted themselves. They embraced each other. They were talking. Like, you never seen none of that animosity. Even like the stuff that was going on in the MGM where they had it was never with the fighters themselves. That was the family and that was the fans. There was never the actual fighters themselves that had that kind of animosity towards each other at no point.
I mean, after you getting your ass beat like that, you can't act rah-rah.
Crawford. No, what I'm saying, Crawford didn't sit up there and he didn't do none of the stuff like that. What I'm saying is they both have mutual respect for each other on both sides of that.
Of course, the mutual respect was there, but we can't act like I said. It was in my opinion, it was a grandeur delusion there on Crawford. I mean, on Spence side, bro.
The man was holding that man up. That man Crawford knows something. That man could have ended that man early.
Oh, I ain't on that.
He was holding him up. Come on, man. You tripping, man.
Hold on. I ain't on that, man. I'm just saying. I think the grandeur delusion.
This was like saying you dismissing Crawford. I already know how good Crawford is. If you look at moments in this fight where that man came off the ring, he could have been attacking this man. His thing was to punish this man for 12 rounds. It's shots where this is how you know elite fighters. You can throw certain punches just to keep this man standing, and then hit him another one to make him drop, and then just enough for him to keep throwing up, and that's why he kept hitting him with a stiff jab. The ref had to stop it. It ain't like he just knocked him out cold. I know he could have. He was toying with him. He could have ended that man. He could have ended that. They wanted to punish that man.
You had to make stuff on that, bro.
All right. There better not be no rematch. That man probably gonna die in that ring. That man probably gonna die in that ring. He better not be no
die. Okay.
He might though, man. Let's be realistic, man. That man got his ass. Like he got his ass beat. Like I don't know, bro. Like I'm actually scared for that man's health, man. That's all I'm saying. Like I wanted Crawford to win. I mean, I wish I could go back and I don't gamble, but I wish I would have put my whole life saving on that fight.
What they say, 4 pounds of pressure knock a grown man out. 4 to 6 pounds.
Man, bro, I'm scared for Earl health, man. That's all I'm saying, bro. I'm just scared for the man health after an ass whooping.
He's a man. That man might. All right. Okay.
I mean, Pittsburgh. You talking like he went in here, put on a competitive fight for 6.
You see the numbers? I never seen numbers so high. 60% power punches. I never seen numbers so high on an ass beat. 60% of his power punches.
I'm telling you, man, bro, the fans gonna get that man hurt. That's all I'm saying, bro. I don't want to see. I don't love boxing that much or love an ass whooping that much that I want to see a man possibly get hurt.
I don't even think I'm gonna support that one, man.
Bro, damn, bro. I mean, I'm probably gonna support it too, just on the fact that, like, you know what I'm saying. I you know, if something did happen, you know, I won't be able to say I'm a boxer. You know, watching it, but
I'm a boxer, man.
I mean, I just want Earl to. I don't know, bro. I want that man to make sure he's all right. That's all I'm saying. Going on forward, I ain't gonna put into all the car accident shit and all of that, but going forward, bro, just make sure you 100%. Like, I think they should put him at least on a year and a half to a year, you know, out of the ring just to make, because sometimes effects don't show up. They may do a test September, but then if you would have waited 4 more months, you would have caught it. You know what I'm saying?
Like getting blown out in the Super Bowl. How you get beat 50-0 in the Super Bowl? This man was laying 60% power punches. The numbers was just insane. You trying to tell me this man is that far apart from his weight class from 47?
I ain't gonna lie, like Terence that guy. Like I mean, if we would have, let's say we would have got the best of the best of Earl, I mean that percentage only would have went down maybe 10%. I mean, it was gonna be a one-sided ass whooping, but it was like, bro, like I just can't explain it. I just can't. Maybe the ass whooping was just that bad that you gotta say like maybe Earl wasn't in his.
You know what?
Maybe this man was 100% in the ass whooping was just
maybe
that
that's
bad.
what it is. I'll take that, but I'm not taking it away from Crawford. I think that's what it is, man. I hope that's what it is. I hope I'm wrong. I really am. I hope I'm wrong.
I mean, because even in the Gotti ass whooping, bro, it was like I never thought after seeing that shit, like, you know, when I went back and watched it, because I was young, I never thought like, oh, he might have neurological or any issue. It was just like you got outboxed, bro. You just.
I mean, I'm glad you brought that up And years later, that ass whooping was bad. That Terry Gotti, that's the one you can kind of relate to, but it was worse because Gotti wasn't bleeding like that, and Gotti ain't been in no car accident where he got ejected. But it was that type of ass whooping. That's why that man's face turned red like that and started leaking. Because Ugas and Danny wasn't hitting his face like that. They didn't get a chance to connect punches like that on him. So when he started getting touched up, that's when all the shit started oozing out. Oh yeah, something wrong with your ass.
And then when
so once you got to Crawford, once you got to somebody that's above elite, we talking about Hall of Famer. We arguably talking about the one of the top goats. So you get in the ring with one of the top goats, and you got shredded. You got shredded. I mean, he got cooked, overcooked.
Like I said, man, yeah, maybe the ass whooping was just that bad where you gotta that humanity side of us as humans just gotta be like, damn, maybe that's what it is. Maybe that ass whooping was just bad.
I'm just
you know, I think that's probably what it is, because I ain't gonna lie, like I'm starting to kind of get off of that. Maybe he had neurological issues, even though I got my suspicions. I'm just starting to think that
look how
ass
that man was walking. Look at his eyes when he was walking into the ring. He just, I don't know, man. I guess he was just nervous and scared.
Scared, bro. Y'all, man, y'all funny.
I hope I'm wrong, man. I really am. I promise you, I don't want to take it away from Crawford. But if it's sounding like I am, I really ain't, man. I'm trying not to.
Yeah, man. Because remember, like, look, that Wilder second fight. I keep going back to this. That Wilder second fight that he had, not the first one, but the second one. He got that shit looked terrible. People talking about that shit looked horrible. You look fucking terrible.
It did, because he was sloppy. But at least he dropped him.
I can't, bro. You sound muffled. Say it again.
My bad. I keep dropping it. I'm on the tablet. At least Wilder dropped that man. At least Wilder dropped him.
In the second fight? No, not the second fight. The second fight, he looked terrible. Not the first one. The second one.
Oh yeah. He didn't drop him in the second one. But the
second one was horrible.
Okay, but see, this is okay. But see,
we would have never got to the third fight if we based off the second one. We never get to the third one. He looked fucking terrible.
But the trilogy was based off the first fight, though. Crawford
not the
and
third one. No, it wasn't. Not the third one. No, he had to sue. He sued him.
My God, it would have never been a second one. It would never been a second one if it wasn't for the first one. So hold on.
But
Wilder and Tyson fought, and they had a draw. If Earl and Crawford had a draw, then we could say something.
Bro, but you shouldn't have got to the third fight. You had a second fight. That man thoroughly got his ass kicked. That should have been the end of it.
You're right. But when we're comparing Earl and Crawford and Wilder and Tyson, I'm telling my God, that's a bad analogy. Because
no, the second fight, it should have been the third one. That should have been
But they had a draw the first one. Earl and Crawford didn't have a draw.
But after he got his ass whooped on the second one, it should have not been the third one. That should have been the end of that shit. That wasn't even close.
My God, you're right. But that's what I said earlier. The reason why it was a third one is because of what was behind all that stuff that was behind it. Because all the conspiracy thing. I don't want to get into it, but that's why it was a third one. That's all. That's my argument on that one. I ain't gonna get into all of it, but that's the reason why it was a third one.
You should have. That stuff was all goofy stuff, man. That man got his ass for it, bro. No water, the trainer, the fucking costume, the time of the day, the moon is set in the morning, whatever. He got in there and got his ass for it. That's just it. That should have been the end of that shit. And then the difference is that this guy isn't clinging to none of those excuses, none of those conspiracy theories, because they're out there. His camp just ain't clinging to it. He run around firing people as of yet. Doing any of that goofy stuff that guy did. I like Wilder a lot, but that stuff he did, that was wrong. He fired that guy. All that shit he did was just wrong, man. It was wrong and it was wrong. He lost and that should have been the end of that shit. But we didn't. We got another fight out of that. We got a third fight. He sued, took him to court. They didn't want to give him a fight. He sued him and he got the third fight.
Man, That's why they gotta. I swear, man. They be put. I swear, man. Some people be putting those things out to sell the fight purposely. They do this stuff to start the fight. They know this themselves. Because at the end of the day, this stuff is to generate money. So it's gonna be some twist and some weirdo stuff in it. It's just how it's gonna be, man. That's just nature of boxing or the
I
fight
get you,
game.
but I just think it's up to the boxer to decide to attach yourself to some of that stuff. Like they know what's being said. It's up to the boxer to make a decision that he's going to attach himself to some of that goofy stuff,
That
if
is
he wants
true.
to or not. It's
That
up to
is
him. You are an individual. You a person. And none of these guys are brand new into this. They know how this goes. So if they decide to do that, that's on them. Like that thing Wilder did, that was on him. And he did that shit during Black History Month. I was done with that Negro when he went in there at Black History Month and got mopped up like that on his second fight, bro.
I know that
That
shit
was the
was
end
bad.
of that for me.
And you know what? I was hyping that shit up. I was telling people that don't even watch boxing. I was like, yo, you got to turn into this fight. Man, they came back mad at me. Mad. I was trying to be casual
And he
fight.
came out with that uniform. He came out with that costume during Black History Month. Hey, that's all hyped up, bro.
Damn.
Yeah, that's all hype. So I get it why people want to win, but like all that stuff, man, that happens all the time. I just think when fighters attach themselves to it, that's where it gets strange. And he fired. What was the guy name he fired? Because he didn't fire for all of them. He just fired that one guy.
Burley. It
Damn.
started with a B.
Breland.
Breland.
Something Breland.
Yeah, Breland.
Some Breland. He had been in his camp for a while, and he fired him off of some. I don't know what he fired. I mean, he did it publicly, and he basically, essentially, I'm pretty sure he put a dent in that man's career after that, going forward. If he was going to work with anybody else, that's probably always going to hang over the shadow of his head. And he did it publicly. That shit's wrong.
Yeah, that coach said he couldn't. Wilder didn't want to listen, so it showed.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I think that was a bad flaw. And I think that was a character flaw on his behalf for him to have that guy working with him all that time and do that type of shit to him publicly. Even if he believed that, I don't get that. I think that's wrong. I just don't agree with that, bro. The man, even if he believed the dude did that, yeah, I think you need to be 100% sure that somebody did some stuff like that before you start speculating and doing some shit that could possibly end somebody's way that they feed their family. You need to be for sure. Not know just because you got a bunch of people around you agreeing with you. You need to be for sure that this is what happened.
I mean, I mean, this shit, yeah, man, that shit tough.
I mean, so if an ass whooping made that man think that one of his trainers did something to him, what would make like Errol think of some crazy ass shit?
Hold on. Let me bring we gotta get Brandon Washington up here, get this over with. Brandon Washington, let me call in and get this over with, take these licks, because he said I ain't gonna keep talking about this shit. He said if you keep bringing it up, I'm not gonna. He said if I keep bringing it up, he ain't gonna come back around no more.
Who will bring what up?
This damn fight. He said he tired of talking about it. Go ahead,
Brandon. Come on, Brandon. We just had the fight, bro. Go ahead.
All right. No. Salute to everybody. But tell you the truth, like I was telling Marq, I just feel burnt out. I mean, that fight burnt me out. It was like the climax, and that was the best, and that was it. I just felt like I got robbed. I felt like I got robbed with the Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder saga, and then I really feel like I talked about this fight for 5 years online, banging the drum for 3 years, every night, and that's what I get. Like, now I'm cool on boxing. I just felt like I got sold the bill of goods that fucking fight wasn't even competitive. Like, it was over after the second round. It was over.
But look,
it wouldn't. And that fight don't. And the crazy part, that fight don't look like it would ever be. No. I'm just. What it is I'm burnt out. You know how you get to a climax and you like, it's like getting a girl and you like, man, that's all. Like, that's it. Like, no, I'm straight. So yeah,
I'm a good fight though, man.
I'm just taking it. Not for me. For Bud fans, kudos to y'all.
But as far as like being competitive for the sport of boxing to bring new fans in, that was one of the worst fights. That was one of the worst fights I ever seen in my life. As far as it was non-competitive at the second round. Like I don't want to see that. I thought that when the best fights the best, that you get competitive. So if that's what boxing got to offer, and it fooled me like that, and I didn't understand what I was watching, then I'm done. I'm not talking about boxing. So that's the way I view it. Like I'm just done with it. I'm over it.
Because you didn't get
Like,
the
I'm
desired
done.
result, bro. You gonna throw away the whole sport.
No. I didn't get nothing. Like the Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury 2 and 3 was not competitive. It wasn't competitive. So I'm just over it, man. I just don't appreciate what I saw. And I felt like the business of boxing did that. Like it did that. It hyped it. It did that. So man, I'm cool. Like fuck the business of boxing. If I catch a fight online, like a pay-per-view or something, but as far as following the fighters, I'm not following these fighters no more.
But you said
I'm done with these fighters.
Before the fight, you was actually saying, man, Marq, we built this fight up and all that. And then you saying the business of boxing did it.
We did. Yeah, we built the fight up as far as the groundswell for the fight to happen, but man, that shit, like I'm out. Like if boxing don't have put on that kind of that, and we built that up, and that's the best, and that was the best of the best. Like I'm cool. Like I'm
Bud
cool.
is just
like,
that good. He made Errol look like that. You think everybody gonna do that?
He
to
may
Errol?
be. He may be. Possibly. I think Errol. I don't. Me personally, I don't want to see Errol fight no more. I've seen the best version of Errol. I don't need to see him fight no more. Just like I don't need to see Bud no more. I don't care if they both retire. I don't need to see now one of them fight. Bud is one of the greatest fighters I've ever seen in my life after that performance. I don't need to see him fight no more. He already solidified himself. Errol was a decent fighter. He's good. I don't need to see that no more. Matter of fact, like I said, I'm just done with the sport of boxing. I'm just out on it. Really, to be honest, man, I'm just out. So just to be honest, I'm out. Boxing did that, like, bro, I couldn't even get a competitive. I don't know when the last time I got a competitive fight that was put up like this. Pat Mayweather wasn't competitive. Tyson Fury wasn't competitive. Fuck Ryan Garcia wasn't competitive.
Devin and Loma was competitive. That was fun. That was
there you go. You see what I'm saying?
That was very
but
competitive.
Outside of that
one didn't even get a lot of
right. Right, but those are the kind of fights like now those fights are so far in between that I just like, you know what, I think boxing fooled me, so I'm just gonna take a step back. And that's what I'm doing. I'm just taking a step back. Plus, I had a good run with this. It's a nice hobby, good run, but now I got better shit to do with my time. I'm not gonna be on the line. No, you'll never catch me on the line again, ever, talking about a fighter, fight, boxing, because obviously with that, I'm gonna tell you why. Because another reason is I don't think I'm qualified to be talking about boxing. I don't know enough. If that happened and I didn't see that, then I don't need to be talking about boxing. Then that's not my sport. But Bud to go in there and do that, and what I saw him before that, what I watched, yeah, I don't know enough about boxing. I need to start following boxing. I need to find me something else to do, which is what I'm doing. And that's my view on it. I don't know enough about boxing. Obviously, I talked all that shit. Is that happened?
Well, you don't think EJ? Well, I did.
No.
I heard a little rumor. I don't know how true it is. I heard he was partying Friday before the fight. You heard that rumor going around?
I don't take nothing. Oh wait, nope, because I don't care. Bud whipped his ass. There's no excuse. I don't give a fuck if he fell and had brain damage and when his eyes popped. I don't care. Bud was the better man. He won. I don't give a fuck what the reason was for. On that night, that man performed. Not only showed that he was good, he showed he was great. That's damn good. So I don't give a fuck what Earl was doing. I don't give a fuck about the pay-per-views. I'm just over it. I'm like, it's like a climax. And it's like, okay, I'm done. I'm good.
That nigga said, I'm done. I'm gonna wipe up in the sink and get the hell up out of here. Wipe off in the sink.
Yeah, like I'm done. It ain't nothing to talk about, man. That shit was so one-sided and so dismantled. What you want to talk about? Did you see when Bud did this? He wasn't competitive. He didn't win one fucking round. What are we talking about?
You might have won the first round.
I know boxing nerds. Man, fuck out of here. I know boxing nerds. We're gonna beat this into the ground again. Just for y'all to have something to talk about. Now y'all gonna be talking about the rematch, man. The rematch, man. After we come out of rematch for December, I don't want to be in that loop no more. So that's why
what people are saying,
you're not gonna see me on panels.
People are saying he was weight drained.
Yeah.
And 154, he'll be strong.
Don't matter. I don't give a damn what he do. That was a dismantling. I don't care what he do. Even if he went in there and hit Bud with another punch and knocked him out, who cares? It don't mean nothing. The history is already made. What's done is done. Who the fuck Errol Spence do? Who gives a fuck? Who cares?
Even if he go in there and win the rematch and knock him
I don't care what he do. I don't care what he do. He's done.
He let you down that
It's
first
done.
time. You one of those people. You don't.
The time for what needs to be done.
What's that?
You should have done it. If you didn't do it then there's no then it's I don't give a fuck what you do.
We've had guys win
So
like
that-
Charlo. Look, Charlo lost to Harrison. Came
I
back
don't care
and beat
about
him,
Charlo. I don't
and
care
then
about
ended up becoming undisputed. Like,
was it competitive? Was it competitive though when
Yeah.
that happened? It was competitive, right? Okay, that's the point that I'm making. They put that one-sided shit on, and we got to sit there and watch this shit. Like, man, y'all making BBC making me think they built this dude up to be something that he wasn't, or maybe I didn't understand. Maybe I was fooled with the hometown bias. So I'm like, you know what? I ain't qualified to be. Yeah, so I'm looking at all this and saying I'm not qualified to be talking about boxing. So let me stay away from boxing. I'm not qualified, obviously.
You picked.
I don't know what the fuck I was looking at.
It was just this one fight, though, bro. You just this one
Nah,
fight. You
I'm
gonna throw
straight.
it away? Throw away the whole sport
All the
because
way. All the way. All my Errol Spence shirts and shit, they going to Goodwill. I'm not buying no merch from nobody else. I bought merch, all that shit.
Yo, my man said all of my Errol Spence shirts going to Goodwill. Yo, Brandon, I'm disappointed, Brandon, that you saying this. It's funny as hell. It's funny
I'm
as
keeping
hell.
it real. I'm keeping it real.
Bro, you sound like you
keeping
just
it
found
real.
out
I
Santa
feel like I
Claus
got
is
robbed.
right.
That's how I feel, man. I'm telling you, bro, I ain't mad at the fight because Bud did his thing, man. That was beautiful. I had tears running down my eyes talking about how beautiful Bud was. I was like, man, this shit, man, my uncle said, I was like, man, this shit is beautiful. Like, this shit is beautiful.
My
Like,
man said I had
that shit
tears
was
in my eyes.
beautiful.
Like, but that should make you become a Bud Crawford fan. Not throw away
No.
the whole sport of boxing.
I would never. First of all, I respect Bud boxing, but I'd never be a fan of his. I like him. I done been to his, but I'm not a fan of him. I'm not a fan of no boxing, never in my life. I ain't never a fan of no boxing. I watch him from time to time, but me personally, I'm going back and watching my old fights. They better than me. The Sugar Rays, they better than this Crawford fighter. I don't want to watch them dudes. That's why I stopped watching football years ago. Stopped following football. I stopped following basketball. Now I'm gonna stop following this sport. They suck.
No,
the
you just
boxing
said
is not
you
as
just
good
said you
as
had tears
the.
in your eyes at how good Bud was. That should
No,
give
I
you
had tears in my eyes. No, not because Bud was. I had tears in my eyes because Earl was getting the shit beat out of him,
shit.
and I was just shocked. Shit. You talking about?
I thought you
That's
said
why
I had tears in my eyes because Bud was so good. He said no, he beating up my boy.
But if you love boxing like I do, you gotta give. Man, that shit was so dominant and so beautiful. You gotta get credit for it. Ain't nothing you could take away. That's why everybody was like, "Oh, people calling me talking about Bud was on it." No. Beautiful form, and you was great in the story. Nothing else to be said. That's all. Ain't nothing. I don't care for a rematch. I'm not watching these dudes no more. They're not getting my money. I'm not watching them no more. I might watch the Charlo Canelo fight. I'm streaming all fights now if I do. But as far as following the sport of boxing, I'm done with it.
Brandon,
I'm done with it.
throw
I
away
feel like
the
I
whole
got
sport
food.
just because you didn't get the
Wilder
outcome.
fight, Sandler broke me. It's not the outcome. It's the competitive. I'm not seeing competitive fights, and I'm spending my goddamn money, and I'm talking, giving my mind and to this sport, and it's not giving me in return back. Think about the fights that we done built.
We don't know they're not going to be competitive until they get in there.
It don't. But the thing about it seems like boxing is marketing this shit a certain way. That's the way I'm feeling. So since I feel like whether it's true or not, I'm gonna take a step away from the sport. Just like I took a step away from football. I ain't watched the Cowboys since Tony
What do you
Romo.
mean when you say they're marketing it a certain way?
I just feel like it's more business savvy. Like, but behind the scenes, they know. You know what I mean? Like they know. So I'm just out. I'm I'm gonna focus on the shit I need to focus on, and I'll pop in on your channel from time to time. But if you talk about boxing, I'll probably move on and talk about some shit. I'm just at the point I don't want to talk about boxing.
Pittsburgh T, do you
like
hear
after
this?
seeing that, I don't want to talk about boxing.
Yeah, I'm disappointed in you, Brandon, man. You jumped all the way out the window, man. Come on back over here, Brandon. It ain't that serious. The dude lost. We got the match. Ain't none of us no experts, bro. We watch football, basketball, whatever sport we watch, ain't none of us no professional, nothing, never have been. We just enjoying the sport, bro. We talk a little trash. We enjoy the fights or whatever sporting event we on. That's just what it is, bro. And whatever happened, happened. These dudes don't even care that much, so we can't be getting that jump out the window and throw the whole sport away like that, man. Come on back over here, Brandon. It ain't that serious, bro.
Shit, I'm not doing it. I'm done. While the Fury really broke me, I just didn't say nothing. I was trying to hold a flag.
Oh man.
But it ain't too much. It ain't no fighting boxing I want to see or that I'm interested in. I don't care.
Man, Bud just proved to you he like wanted. Why you don't be a Bud fan, man? Bud put on like Marq said, he put on a master class, dude. That's the dude you need to be buying the stuff and the gear and all that stuff for.
So here's the thing. Here's the thing about it. Is Bud gonna be better?
He could be. We don't know. We gotta watch the fight. The next fight to see.
He ain't being pushed. Maybe Charlo will be the one to push him. Maybe somebody will push him harder.
For me, I don't need to see that. Like, dude already solidified. Why you keep watching him? I know what he gonna do.
Why do we watch Jordan after he won the first 3 championships?
I'm gonna tell you.
To watch him win 3 more.
Bud is not for me. I don't need to watch Bud. I don't need to watch none of these dudes. I'm done. I ain't fucking no fans of these dudes no more. Fuck these dudes.
But it's a sport though, Brandon. Like Tom Brady, all them championships, every time he going to the end, we there for all of that stuff. Basketball, LeBron, we there for all of that. Same thing with Floyd. All those years what about all the years that Floyd was dominant? We watched all those fights, and he was dominant in those fights.
It was a competitive fucking fight. He wasn't. He was in competitive fights. The Zab Judah fight was competitive. The Oscar De La Hoya fight was competitive. The fucking all of those fights were competitive.
Not all of them, Brandon. That's very few. You picking very few of them. It's not a whole lot of them.
Most of them were.
He beat the shit out of Canelo. Like a lot of those fights, he watched them quick.
Ricky Hatton wasn't competitive, bro.
That was competitive. Yes, it was. Go back and look at the round.
It was just a matter of time, bro. Ricky Hatton was getting caught as he was rushing in. He was losing a lot of rounds.
That's fine, but what I'm saying, we've been getting non-competitive ass fights in boxing. I don't want to keep watching this shit. If I'm going to keep getting, you get to the build up and the climax and this the best we can do, and I'm not watching this shit no more. I watch basketball and football. I got tired of watching LeBron go to the finals every fucking year and get nothing. Like, these dudes ain't great to me. These dudes is not that. I get tired of watching the Cowboys get all the way to the end and somebody throw a pick and blow the game or they collapse.
I'm making this shit a clip, Brandon. I can't believe you.
Man, Brandon, you went and jumped all the way out the window with no parachute, no nothing.
Yeah, man, I didn't want to hear that.
I'm being honest. Ain't this what you wanted?
No, I wanted to gloat at you a little bit and tell you I was right. I want to say man and a boo boo. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to be like, I thought you was going. I wanted to be like, where all that big fish shit at now, nigga? I told you, motherfucker. Yeah, I wanted to do all of that, but you don't took all the fun out of it. You up here. You take. This is taking my ball and going home because I didn't get picked on the team. Like,
bro, the fight wasn't competitive. You can't even.
But I told you that though. No, but we told you that though, Brandon. We told you Bud was different.
That's why I said I don't know shit about boxing. That's why I said y'all right, and I'm in the wrong space.
No, but it was a lot of people that was thinking like you. You wasn't wrong. No, Brandon, you had the popular opinion.
I was wrong.
Bud wasn't the popular opinion on YouTube.
Hold on. Not was I wrong. I was completely wrong.
Yeah.
I was wrong. Nah, I was fucking horribly wrong. Like, get out of here, bro. I was wrong on top of wrong. Like, bro.
Hey,
Get
look.
out of here like that.
Hey,
Shit made me
Brandon.
question
Brandon,
my judgment. I
Brandon.
was like, damn, do I know anything about anything?
No,
I
no,
said,
you
"No."
don't.
Somebody
You
called me
don't, and that's
yesterday.
okay.
They asked me a question. I said, man, I don't know shit about nothing right now.
Hey, clone Brandon Washington.
I'm gonna go learn.
Yeah.
I'm reading books and shit. I done ordered some books and shit from Amazon.
Not the books. Not the books, Brandon.
Man, I just went to Boston. He's like, I don't even know if I know how to read. I forgot how to read.
Hey, Pittsburgh, I told my homegirl, I said, man, my partner be telling me about stocks. I'm gonna get up on these stocks and my partner be telling me.
That's gonna be my new hobby.
Telling me about. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm telling you. You think I'm lying? But when they keep
Brandon hilarious, man.
I'm gonna start back playing my keyboard. Fuck boxing.
What about call all the hunters? Barry Hunter, call Michael Hunter. Let's see what he got to say.
Yeah, fuck that shit, man. I don't care about none of this.
What I can't, I'm gonna let
I
you
don't
know.
know shit about boxing.
But what it is funny though, like, but in serious though, I do gotta respect the fact you giving the man his credit. I hate that you're leaving the sport, but that's okay. But you're giving the man his credit. But what do you think of people saying?
Bud pushed me out of the sport. He pushed me out of the sport.
Bud said,
Bud
"Get
was
him
like,
the fuck out."
every time Bud hit that motherfucker, when he dropped him, I said, oh shit, I don't know nothing about boxing.
Bro, I wish I could fly on the wall in the room. Did you watch the fight with Megazord? Did you watch the fight with Megazord?
Hell nah.
Who did you watch the fight with?
I could watch the fight with him.
Who did you watch the fight with?
Just me and my uncle.
Now, was he a Spence fan as well?
No, my uncle old, man. He don't know. You know, he just watching boxing.
Okay, so what he dropped him that.
But when his ass hit the ground, but when he dropped him, I said right there, I looked at my uncle with tears welling up in my eyes and said, man, this shit is over. He said, my man, what you mean? I said, man, I might not know much about boxing, but I know.
this about to get bad for my boy. Look, now, did you see when he pushed him? Before he knocked him down, though, Brandon, he gave him a push and moved him back like 3 feet. And the whole arena was like, ooh.
I'm gonna tell you when I knew. Bud, the bell rung. Ding, guess what Bud did?
What?
The first thing Bud did,
Southpaw.
Walked right to the middle of the ring and popped Earl right in his fucking face. Pow! I said, ooh. When he hit the ground, I said, man, this shit is over. I was like, Bud, knock him out, finish the job. Like, in boxing, put him out on his chin. Like, if we're gonna do it, let's do it. But that non-competitive shit, yeah, I'm out. I got me a new hobby. I'm what you call a day stock trader. I day trade now. Fuck this.
I'm a day trader.
Call me, ask me about no boxing. You motherfucker call me, ask about boxing. Don't call me, ask about no boxing. I'm day trading. I'm over here, motherfucking Wolf of Wall Street, this motherfucker. Shit, don't call me about no petty ass boxing.
Oh my God, bro, this is hilarious.
Yeah, that's how
but what you think about the people trying to say Bud was double stacking his gloves?
I ain't heard none of that, and I don't care. I have not heard that. I don't care. I don't care. If he double stacked his gloves, you got it. If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. Shit, I don't care what he did. He won.
I was like, they was there watching.
Don't say.
Did he go in there and beat ass with those stacked gloves? Yes, he did.
Yes, he did.
I don't give a fuck.
All right.
Shit, he beat ass. But outside of that, I'm done with sport of boxing. I love y'all. If y'all talking about anything other than boxing, you can find me. But I'm what you call the most non-boxing expert you won't ever find. So those of y'all who looking for me and asking for me, I ain't shit. I don't know nothing about boxing, and y'all was right.
And when the rematch comes, I will call you for your expert opinion.
Ain't no man, you better not call me, man.
I promise I'm calling you, bro. I'm calling you, bro. You
better do not call me because I'm
better answer the phone.
I'm not, bro.
Live from the show too. You better call him live, Marq, so we can get live response.
Call live. I'm like, hey, Brandon, it's Marq Nash. Hey, hello. Hello. Hello.
Hey, Pitt, I'm day trade. Pitt, I'm gonna learn how to day trade. Pitt, that's my new hobby. Fuck boxing.
Oh, you think he was crying? You think he was crying watching Bud fight? Well, that day trade really make you cry. Or your buddy leave out if you be careful with that. That's some dangerous stuff. I talked to you offline about that.
I'm gonna learn how to do me some shit. I'm gonna be a financial wizard here. I gave 5 years of my life to this shit, man. popping all this shit all night. I could have got a goddamn MBA, a goddamn degree, all this shit. I was talking. I could be working on me a degree. Wasting my motherfucking time.
Damn.
I should have a degree. I should be degreed up right now. I should have went to what's the fucking online college? Phoenix, University of Phoenix.
IDCT
I would have
college.
had a goddamn.
ICDC college.
I would have had a master's, bro. I would have had a master's degree.
Yeah.
Mark, is your fault, bro. I should have a master's degree on your shoulder. You the reason I ain't got no master's.
You could have went to you could have went to night school over here, bro.
I work at night.
Yeah, I'm saying the time you put in, you could have been doing some online classes because you done did some panels.
Yeah, fuck
for hours. Yeah,
I be wasting my motherfucking time, and I'm out here jumping out of windows, and threatening motherfuckers, and telling, man, shit, I deserve everything I get. Salute to y'all.
Well, this is going to be a good video to drop right here. Brandon Washington, humbled by the greatness of Terence Crawford, said Errol Spence brought tears to his eyes. Damn.
Yeah. You put that in quote.
Do you think your boy was believing his own hype? Because he came in there with the eye collector thing like on his mouthpiece.
Man, let me tell you something. The shit was over. I'm gonna tell you. My uncle, we was sitting there. My uncle said, "You know the rumor they bring Eminem." Let me tell you, I looked my uncle in my face, his face on that couch. I said, "You believe this little country motherfucker from Omaha is finna get the great Eminem?" And I saw Eminem. I was like, "Yeah, this is gonna be good." I was like, "Man, this shit here, man." I ain't lying, bro. That's when I knew I don't know shit. That's when I was like, "Yeah, this shit ain't lining up for
when
me."
I saw him win that coin toss, I said, "Oh, this is ordained by God." I said, Terence Crawford, the coin flip champion too, bro. He won the coin toss.
Bro,
he won the ring walk. Look, even his outfit had the little fish shit on it.
Fact,
bro, he played.
Everything you saying is fact. Fuck boxing. Fooling me. Got me
no, it
spending
ain't
my
fuck boxing.
money.
It's like salute to Terence Crawford coming into a star. You said Al Haymon was gonna make him a star. You was right. You was right about something. You was right about something. You said, hey, look, Errol Spence gonna be his biggest challenge. Sometimes you get up, you need that big challenge to get up.
Yeah, he got it. Salute to Bud, man. Outside of that, I'm done with boxing. I don't really know much about politics, but I'll be willing to speak on it. But I'm just gonna tell y'all right.
Are you gonna get out of politics when your candidate don't win the election? You gonna quit that too?
Well, I didn't start voting. What did you talk about?
But you want to talk about politics, but you don't vote.
Yeah, I can talk about the art of politics without voting.
Fair enough.
I probably just got to talk. It's a lot of people that are in politics that's non-elected.
Yeah.
That you can't elect. That they get positions without. So we can talk about a whole spectrum. Hell, the Supreme Court justices, they didn't get elected. I could talk about that.
They were appointed by somebody who was elected though.
But they wasn't, which means that no, you don't need to vote for them in order for me to have an opinion on them because nobody voted for them to be where they were. See what I'm saying? So it's just a
well, if you get a conservative president, you kind of know you're gonna get a conservative justice. They're gonna try to pack the courts, but I get your point though.
Yeah, that's all. That's all, bro.
All
but
right,
salute to you. I ain't want you bothering me every time I jump in.
I told you I wasn't gonna let it go. I wasn't gonna let it go.
And I know you. And you
Loser Brandon. Loser Brandon.
Hey, Mark. You can glow for a little bit. I'm here for it. Go ahead, man. Get your bars off, Mark. Go ahead, get your gloating on. We here for it.
Fucker. You better thank Al Haymon for giving you this fight. Thank you to the great Al Haymon. Like you said, he was going to make Terence Crawford a star, and on the biggest night of boxing, he shined like a bright star that he is. And he
did.
And didn't.
Salute to Bud, man.
And didn't waste no money on. Hey, look, he a cheap motherfucker too. He didn't waste no money on no haircut, did he? Then they came in there like. I think he got a line up.
He got a little line up.
He got a little line up. Came out there with that prime chain on too. I was like, this nigga wearing jewelry to the ring.
My shit was watching his mama and his sister dance. I was like, and that's how you do it.
Even that, the crowd went crazy too. Oh yeah, and it was his mama's birthday. It was like all the stars lined up. It was the last day of mama's birthday. The 29th was the last day of Start Week too.
He should have.
The last day of Shark
He
Week,
should have got
Mama's
a lottery
birthday,
ticket.
Snap.
the coin toss, Mama's birthday, Eminem, the ring walk second, like the uniform, like, oh my God, I was there. Hey, look, I was there on the floor, row 7. Like, come
He
on.
wasn't good luck. He wasn't good luck for Lonito.
No, I wasn't. No, I wasn't.
Oh, why you gotta do that?
I was a little late.
Why
That's
you
my.
gotta do that? That's not nice.
I was not good luck for Nonito that night. Not
Hey
that
man,
night.
I had to get something in.
Not that
Mark didn't slap me. I'm the phone call. I had to
But
get
hey, look,
something.
Nonito did better. Hey, look, Nonito did better than Errol Spence in his fight.
Ooh, hell. Got him.
He
That's
did
what I'm saying. That man was
he did better
40.
than that. Golly.
Anyway, I'm
What
done.
happens when you don't get in no car accident?
Love y'all.
Was that look?
But I'm
Was
out.
that Buzz's best performance? I mean, in your opinion, Brandon, because you
Come
said
on,
you
bro,
see all
you
this
know
fight
that. That was one of the best performances I ever seen in my life.
from any
Not
boxer.
Bud himself.
Okay.
From anybody. Outside of that, you got it. I'm done with boxing.
Did Mean
I'm
Machine
now
give him a
day
better fight?
trader, so
Do you think Mean Machine gave him a better fight than this?
no.
That man Crawford was
Man,
playing.
Errol
this
Spence.
was the worst fucking.
David Avenesian probably did better than Errol Spence, huh?
Everybody did better.
Everybody did better.
You name it, they did. Jeff Horn did better, so it don't matter. But salute to y'all, man. I'm out. Please don't ask me nothing
Little
about boxing,
Gamboa
'cause I'm
did
boxing
better too.
ignorant.
Remember, y'all was like Gamboa heard him. Little Gamboa.
I'm boxing ignorant, but if you want to know anything about stocks and stuff, I'm learning stocks, so I will be day trading. And you can call me and ask me about that, and I'll tell you how to lose that money.
I think
Outside of that,
Terence Crawford was day
trading.
trading on that nigga jaw. Put some stocks and bonds in his eyes. Okay, he hung up. All right, shout out to Brandon Washington. I won't go let.
Even he's suffering from PTSD. He said he's still suffering from PTSD.
Oh my God, man! Y'all got the final thoughts, man.
Man, Brandon, boy, that was, man. Look at here. Say it ain't so.
Man, I gotta make that a clip, Brandon. I need that one. Well, shit, man. Y'all got anything else? Y'all can go ahead and close it out, man. Or y'all can go ahead. Or I can switch it to members only if y'all want to keep talking.
I'm about to be out there. I just want to say appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate you, Mark. I owe you one. Send it.
Oh yeah, $$ Marq Nash, MARQ Nash. You'll see a green and black picture of me, and I appreciate that, man. God knows who support.
Hey, what's your cash app again, Mark? Say it one more time for the people. What it is?
$, Marq Nash, MARQ NASH, and StreamYard just charged me $200 for the whole year, so we need your support. I gotta make that money back, please. Please, yeah, 'cause I pay for the man. I guess I signed up for the discount for them to take it out for the whole year last year, and then on the 31st, I was like, no, not right now. It's too early. Just came back from Vegas. I was like, can I use a gift card? I got some gift cards. They said I can pay with a gift card. I got gift cards trying to figure out how to use that shit. They would not let me use it on nothing. Them damn gift cards keep getting declined. I feel like Delta tricked me, bro. Motherfuckers keep getting declined everywhere I go. I couldn't even get couldn't get gas with them shits, couldn't get fries. It's like they only work. It probably only work somewhere where I gotta put in the password and I don't know. That shit was crazy. I just keep getting declined.
That's some shit you get with the application. The ones that get you to sign up on the plane where they're holding up the whole goddamn plane, passing out the applications and the pencils and shit, like you in school.
Them niggas got me, bro. It's got me. But y'all got to find moves, man.
Hey, but shout out to boxing. I mean, we got to chop this fight up. Brandon need to come back. I know he be still listening, man. I mean, Bud he just was a better fighter, man. That's just it. We just saw an excellent performance by a superior boxer on that particular night going forward. And he just showed that there's nobody else on that weight class on this level. And everybody who was an EJ fan, including myself, was wrong about that particular fight. Shout out to Bud. Shout out to you, Mark. Shout out to everybody that's listed right now. Everybody have a wonderful morning.
Yeah, you lost to Pittsburgh, T. But the best part is going to be when Porto has to pull up on this live stream and shave that damn beard and that mustache off. Oh man, I can't wait for that. I'm gonna make a thumbnail for that to let everybody know so y'all can tune in. That's gonna be funny, right?
Hey, Pure ain't came back up here yet. Pure, where you at, Pure, man? What's going on?
He pulled up that first day. He pulled up the first day. I can't.
No, you're supposed to shade that thing out. That's supposed to be
No,
ASAP. That's supposed to be ASAP.
No. It's when it's on me. It's on me when I choose. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay. All right.
You can do a recorded video or something else. I was like, nah, I need you to cam up first. I need to see what it looked like now. Because you might have already tried to shade this shit off.
Oh, so it's still some glowing you got to do, Mark. You ain't finished glowing. You got some more to go.
I ain't done yet.
Okay. All right,
I need
cool.
to see DJ. I still haven't seen Everything Boxing, Monty Brown. There's some other people I gotta talk to. I ain't made all my rounds yet. Ricky Williams, I ain't talked to him yet. I gotta make my rounds. Gotta make my rounds.
That was 5 years though. You gotta get 5 years to you gotta get a little something off. I get it.
I only need 5 days. Do I get 5 days to gloat? Like this nigga wanted to be over. I was like, nah, bro. I didn't get back home till Monday night, so I just started. I'm only on day 2. And God forbid if he signed his contract and they do this rematch. Oh my goodness. We're gonna keep the party going. But shit, go ahead like that. Kansas City, Matt, Pittsburgh T. Y'all got the final words, man. I'm out of here.
I just want to say appreciate y'all, man. I'm right. Man, love, salute. Thank you.
And congrats on that bet, bro, brother. That was dope. Salute to you.
Appreciate it.
All right, like that. You got the final words, bro.
Oh shit.
Okay. He ain't say nothing. I guess he don't. He said, oh shit. He said, I ain't got shit, I guess. Somebody said, that's on me, baby. Yo, did y'all see that little viral clip going around with him and I think that's Spence sister getting at it with somebody? He was like, all right, my nigga, you want to talk? You can talk. Go ahead. Oh yeah, he lost some money, bro. That's like, the niggas had lost some money on the fight. They mad about the fight. They mad that he lost, but from all I could see that night at the building and at the hotels, like nobody was in there fighting. You know what I'm saying? It was some arguments. It looked like it was about to go there, but for the most part, from what I saw, everybody kept their hands to themselves and everybody made it home safely with no charges. Except this one dude I saw at the MGM Grand, and they was kicking him out, walking over from the MGM to the New York hotel. He was a pickpocket. He was in there picking people's pockets in there. And I guess he hadn't did anything yet, but they already had him on that you can't be in here type shit because you're a pickpocket. And I was like, damn, but y'all let him go from here to the New York, and y'all know he a pickpocket. The fuck? You know what I'm saying? So hopefully they got his ass off the street out there picking people's pockets. Weirdo shit. All right, man, I love y'all, man. I'll see y'all on the next one. It's your man, Marq Nash, Breaking Beats, where we break down business, entertainment, art, technology, sports, anything else you and I feel like talking about. I'm super tired, man, so I ain't gonna be able to do this Neighbors Only roll call. But I'll see y'all tomorrow on the flagship show at our regular time, not one of these super late night shows. All right, peace.
This that squad sound. This is me now.
Subscribe. I don't care how many subscribers he has. Support him. So he made all this possible. He made this possible.